everybody, and welcome to Roll Together RPG and to the next episode of our Chronicles of Aeodrun Awakening series. My name is Josh, I use he, him pronouns, and I shall be your game master for tonight. And as you can see, I am joined by some very lovely people who are going to be gaming with us today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves right now while I put some music on because it is really quiet and I don't like it. Starting off with the person directly below me, Tom.
Both once again in area and also in superiority. Hello. I don't have any music. Wow. I enjoy the void. You know, sometimes it's just good to be with your own thoughts, which is probably why I ramble. Hello, my name's Tom. I use he, him pronouns, as does Brahm Shatteroak. He's a half-orc, half-elf fighter, warlock, symbiote. The last few episodes have been interesting. I mean, his shadow hasn't wandered off, but he certainly is filled with the void.
We are Brahm.
Eddie. So now we just got to get things sorted, so I get to go back and not speak to my son again, because I'm the monster. Rah, 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 rah.
Come on, join the club.
Speaking of joining the club, Talia.
Hello, welcome. I am Talia, she, her pronouns. Also currently playing Vesenia, she, her pronouns. Redemption Paladin, Celestial Warlock. Also in this group, founder of the I Am a Monster but also a Parent Club. It's fine. I also don't have music because I can't work out how to go and do it all the time without it distracting and being heard by everybody else. So I just have the music in my head. What is it? First found a grandmother. Yay! Cool. Great. Sure.
I've made the joke before, or I've said before that in the real person game that I used to play, the DM would play music, and one of them was the Witcher music, and one of the characters was called Dahlia, and you got the da 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 da. We used to say da 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 Dahlia. So I'm just thinking Talia in her head is now going ta 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 Talia, ta 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 Talia. Anyway, Nat.
Do you have a theme song, Nat?
I don't know, that was a terrible joke.
I'll take the other piece of music from The Witcher. Anyway, hi, I'm Nat. I use she, her pronouns. As is my character, Elodie. Most of the time, when she's not Elodie, she doesn't sometimes. Elodie, who is recently without shadow. This is fine and is not a problem or dangerous to anyone at all. It's fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. Before we get into tonight's episode and all of the feels, we need to go over some sponsors and supporters. To start off with, our sponsor is Phoenix Dice. You can go to phoenixdice.com to get yourself some clickety-clack math rocks, including some limited edition Roll Together dice, including the absolutely fabulous dice that Tom and Nat are both displaying right now. And if you use the code ROLLTOGETHER, all caps, at checkout, you can get 25% off of your purchase. We are also proud to be supported by Idol Champions of the Forgotten Realms. If you type !code into chat right now, you can get yourself a code for a free Electrum chest, which you can use to get items to power up your party of heroes that you can travel through the multiverse to battle waves of monsters for free on various different appliances, including fridges. We are also proud to be supported by, and we also support them in Michael Dobson's character art. Mike does all of the artwork. You can see the characters laid around the overlay at the moment if you'd like to see some more of his stuff. And at the time of recording this, commissions are not open, but if you go check his Instagram, they will tell you whether they are open or not by following all of the things over there. If you are watching us on YouTube, please do consider leaving us a like, subscribing to the channel, and commenting down below, because it helps the algorithm tell us what you like so we know what to make more of for you. Massive thank you to the D20 Club, Dice Heads, and other tiers on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as $1 of your local currency per month, or $1 goat, which must be sent to Tom for various different reasons. We have a lot of Patreon early access things that are coming out at the moment. We've had Miss Mythios come out. I believe Scum and Villainy would have been out by this time, and we've got other things that are coming. So please do go check all of that out. And with that, we are going to dive into tonight's session. So, in the last session, we started things off with some things happening. Elodie had previously, the night before, consumed some aether through one of her mutagens.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
My goo! You consumed my goo, and that's bad! That's not the game we're playing!
Let's not. That's a different game.
Yeah!
Go check out Myth and Myth. No, I'm joking.
Wow.
Wow!
Wow. Where was I? Oh yeah, Shadow came about and tried to kill. Shadow made of aether came out of Elodie and tried to kill everybody. Actually, no, didn't try to kill anybody, actually. He was just trying to injure two particular members of the party while trying to avoid the third, realising it might get slightly outnumbered, especially with one of the members carrying around some sort of black version of what they are, decided to dive out of the window and sonic speed fly away. Hello?
Wait, clarification there. You said it wasn't trying to kill us. It literally had a gun pointed to Elodie's head when the others woke up.
Yeah.
You know, as a gag. As a goof.
Yeah.
Just a little light wound.
You know,
Has anybody ever
Been shot in the head? No.
no.
has anybody ever seen the Joker?
No.
What, like
Harley Quinn?
around? Or just...
Also no.
As characters, the sort of teasing that they're going to kill. I'm not going to go into why this particular enemy did what it did. It just did
Josh,
what
the
it did.
Joker
'cause it
does kill people.
I know the Joker does keep
was
people.
down
Toys with
a
people.
lot trying to stand in front of the other two squishier members, and it did hurt.
Yep, it got your blood, which is seemingly what it wanted, and it flew off out of the window away. We came to the next morning, and the group decided, well, that was pretty traumatic. They fixed up as much as they could. Hera, the older Hera, came down, and there was a bit of a heart-to-heart between Hera and Vesenia, where we discovered that, yes, that is Vesenia's grandmother, and she gave Vesenia a pair of lovely gauntlets. They then went and had a little look around the island. They came across a grave for somebody called Marie, who was the last... the last guardian for Renvia, or the last host for Renvia, the Sea Maiden. So that kind of confirms that Renvia is not in the world anymore. And they collected some dragonthorn and then made their way up the mountaintops. One important thing that I forgot to mention is that Vesenia, Hera confirmed that the Amara, her granddaughter, is Vesania's older sister, who had been, when they split, her mother and father had split off for a reason. Her mother took Amara and her father took Vesenia to the Imperium. And we ended the session with the group getting part of the way up the mountain towards where the entranceway to the Temple of Peltos is. And they hear a cocking sound from behind them as a hand crossbow is pointed. What did you think I said when I was going for when I said that, Tom? You just pulled a face when I said it.
Just a cocking noise is fun. It's a fun term. Carry on.
This
It's
is
one
an
of those
interesting
sessions,
energy
isn't
to be
it?
bringing into this
Yeah.
session today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to try and make chicken noises.
That's also the noise she makes
Yeah.
as she jumps out. Also, another thing, Sea's haunted. We discovered Sea's haunted.
She's haunted.
Sea's haunted.
I'd like to add a little bit more into the journey on the way up to the temple. So we're going to sort of
Let's not
rewind
go
back
to
a
the
little bit.
temple. It's just a
Not
silly
quite.
place.
You're on your way up to the temple at this point. You can't see it through the brush or anything, but you're on your way up. One thing that you have been told is that there are a lot of wolves and other dangerous animals that, since Amara has been sort of going around in the forest hiding from people who might want to hunt her, they've stopped coming down into the settlement below. Haven't found out why though. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to start off with allowing everybody to roll either a perception or survival check while you are walking up this passageway.
I'm assuming this survival check has nothing to do with ether creatures.
No.
What dice to pick? I have too many dice. I don't know which one to pick.
Oh,
Can't
lucky.
pick them. Okay.
So many pretty dice that I can see in the daylight.
Yeah, and I need to pre-roll all my dice and work out which ones I'm using today.
Elodie rolled a 5. She's too busy just being like, just mild panic.
Just general panic. Bram got a 17.
On survival or perception?
Survival. Also, as a wanderer, I'm just being able to find random food, so Bram's filling up his supply pack as we're going along, being like, that's mint. I think I gave mint to everyone last time, so we're all kind of like, we've got minty fresh breath.
Yay!
That's very important for things that are going to come, that we all have very fresh breath.
I'm picturing you've collected like a small bag, and Elodie is like, when you nervous eat popcorn.
Yeah.
Like, Elodie is doing that with the mint, but it's obviously chewier than popcorn, so it's taking a bit longer.
You've got the icy tingle that you get with mint, so like you've gone kind of numb.
Super wide-eyed.
So fresh, so clean.
What did you roll, Vesenia?
I rolled an 8. But I think that I'm just really focused on the route rather than anything else. So I trust Brahm to keep an eye out for any dangers. I'm delegating responsibilities. So, but I'm the one that's memorized the map, so I'm just trying to kind of make sure that we're getting up this path, the short path as I intended.
You're not going to have any problems getting up the path or anything like that. But with the 17 on survival, as you are making your way up, Bram, and you begin picking some bits, you find a small brush of berries, look like blackberries, and as you go over and you sort of inspect them, you can see through various different methods of testing and all that sort of stuff that these would probably be good to eat, but not raw. You probably need to cook them first, so you pick them. But that's how you test. So you could pick some of them, put them in your pouch for cooking later on, and you happen to just drop one on the floor. And as you drop it on the floor and it sort of rolls, you see something just off in the distance in the bush. Doesn't look quite, something laying on the floor. Looks quite large, but you're not sure it's whole or not, or complete. Looks like an animal.
Just like an animal carcass, like.
Looks like it could be an animal carcass, but there's no blood anywhere.
What's better to do than to suddenly put your hands on a mysterious animal carcass in the middle of a long walk? I think I do quietly like flag the other. That's the problem. I think Bez is still possibly walking because we've got the map. Elodie, I think I might gesture to Elodie like, it's a thing. I keep doing this. I shouldn't actually whisper on the street. He whispers, it's a thing. I found a thing.
What kind of thing? A
Like,
dangerous thing?
I don't know, like a weird, sort of bloodless animal. It looks like an animal, but it's dead, it's no blood. I'm not saying vampires, and I'm definitely not saying werewolves. I haven't said werewolves in a few months now. Weeks, actually. How long is time? Anyway, thing. Yeah. You've probably got better eyes than me, so.
Well, I didn't spot it, I suppose, but will cast Mage Hand to go and sort of pull the bush aside, so she's not going closer to it.
You can pull the bush aside so you can see it a little bit more, and it looks like a decomposing wolf.
Oh.
However, it is not decomposing.
I regret showing this.
Why? That we were in a lovely place on a delightful walk up to a mountain that definitely wasn't going to be the end of us, and
No.
everything was fine, and you decide to show us this?
It's where Bram once again works out that he's had a slightly different upbringing than everyone else, where his parents would be like, Bram, come look at this animal carcass. This is fascinating. So, how do you think it died? And little Bram's like, ooh, that's a mystery. Okay, I can work this out. It's the similar thing like I was talking to a friend about, like, she is of the habit of, like, she'll eat something and go, oh, that's horrible. Eat this. Realise how bad it is. I was like, don't inflict this on me. Okay, so it's a dead wolf.
It's a dead wolf. From where you're looking at the moment, it looks like it's a wolf that is in a state of decay, but one, you can't smell it, and 2, there's no like maggots or anything around, so it's not in a state of decay.
10:30. Okay, so that's less. I feel less bad about showing you a dead animal, but that's wrong. That, especially in this heat, that shouldn't be doing. There's something. Vesenia.
I rolled a 23 on perception, and so at some point I do notice that you're not behind me. Just why are we stopping?
There's a rotting
Bram
wolf.
decided it was appropriate to show as a carcass.
Why are you showing Elodie a carcass? You know she's sensitive.
We flash back to young Brahm and young Greta. Young Greta go, "Wow, cool, a dead deer, amazing. Let's work it out." And Bram's like, "Yeah, this is what you do with friends." Flashback to older Brahm. I got a weird vibe from this. This creature's dead, but it isn't rotting. In this heat, it should be. There's other stuff going on here. I'm not saying vampire, and I'm not saying werewolf. I might be saying ghoul. Like this, ghoul.
Interesting.
What do you want to do about it?
I also do not care about dead bodies. I'm going to try and sniff it, but
Please don't put it in your mouth.
Anybody can make me a medicine or perception sniff check if they'd like to.
I'll do medicine.
it is.
9 on medicine.
22. I'm still deciding between perception or medicine.
Elodie is not rolling.
What
the hell are you doing with this corpse?
Why did you put this on our path, Josh? We were doing plot, and now we're having to poke corpses. Oh, it's a cadaver! Oh,
It
delightful.
might be relevant.
Might it?
Poor boy. 22 medicine. Let's go with. I know death and dead bodies.
Yes, actually, that is a good point. You know death and dead bodies, and this is unlike anything you have ever seen before. This body is not decomposing because there isn't anything to this body to decompose except for the skin. When you have a little sort of move using Elodie's mage hand to sort of move parts of the hair around, this creature looks like it is aged rapidly to the point of death. And its entire body, its like skin has attached itself to its bones, and looks like all of its organs have instantly decomposed and just gone.
Desiccated.
Basically desiccated. Yeah, it's almost mummified, this body. Completely sucked out of all of its life force.
What can do that?
And as you get around towards where the sort of upper chest area is, you can see a blackened hand mark on there.
As I just poked with a stick, it was like, well, we've kind of reintroduced, well, not introduced, anyway, there's a new predator out there, something that's drawing, and it's your shadow. Your shadow killed a wolf and drank its vitality, you know.
Was it even heading this way, Josh?
Nope, because you've gone north,
Yeah.
and the Aether version of you went south.
We don't know, it didn't turn around.
I don't.
It could have turned around.
It
True.
looked like it was leaving with some purpose. I don't think it came this way.
Well,
Down over the, not on it, but just like over it. Just trying to work out comparative sizes.
Whatever it is definitely humanoid, and its hand size isn't much larger than yours, only by a few millimeters.
okay, so if
You
it's
can
not...
tell that, sorry, Tom, you can tell by the foliage around it that this was a recent kill, probably last night.
Okay, so if it's not the shadow, we... sort of like looking at Vez like, you know, we don't think that your sister's doing like shadow magic, right?
I mean, up here in secret, protecting the woods and
Well,
protecting the people down there from rogue wolves, and influenced by... what's her face? Evil magic lady bitch.
Savannah?
That one.
Oh, yeah,
You think your sister might be in league with Savannah?
I did not say in league, but I am saying that when you have been touched by dark magics, it sometimes leaves an effect.
I mean, she did kill the royal family, and then that did result in... Well, the uprising happened very soon, so maybe she was involved in inadvertently, maybe, you know. Maybe it was like, here's a little boost to help you get past the palace guards, and next thing you know, you're having to desiccate wolves.
On a logistical level, if you're not doing it yourself and you're sending a patsy, you need to make sure damn well that whoever you send can do the job. You don't send a civilian to do the job unless you're giving them a tool. That might either be agreed on or beyond their control, but that civilian is not really... Their decisions are meaningless.
Yes. Yeah. So if we do find your sister, just don't let her put her hands on us, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
no, because Hera trusts her, right?
I'm not saying that she's bad.
Bram's eyes flick up from the desiccated corpse, like, yeah. Right. No, benefit of the doubt and all.
Are you sure, Elodie? Because you...
Am I sure about what?
You're usually a decent person of moral judgment.
Oh, don't say that.
No, actually, ethically, you're probably, yeah, of all 6 of us, to be fair.
Well, not all of the time, but, well, I don't know. Hera back in the lighthouse wanted to protect Amara and seemed to trust her, and I don't know, she's been ever so nice to us. Without knowing us at all.
It's true. She did take us in. She didn't have to do that. And she did just say, please don't hurt her. You know, it wasn't like, be careful that she's going to drain your life essence.
Although she did warn us to tell Amara that she had sent us.
That's true. That's very true. I think we just got to be prepared if we hear, like, the sound of someone running at us, just to be going like, oh, it's here, we're with Hera, rather than this poor sod. Well...
What a way for a wolf to go, though.
That's, yeah. I mean, I do feel bad that I showed you to this, but I do feel that we got something out of it, at least.
If you only have one tool, that tool becomes multi-purpose.
Yeah.
Do we, looking at the menagerie, have we heard of anything like this in any of our stories?
Roll me a history check.
Yes, please. That is a 17.
The only thing that the menagerie would have heard of in any sort of story is vampires. It's the only thing.
Not even werewolves.
Not even, well, werewolves wouldn't do anything. Werewolves wouldn't do something like this.
But what of ghouls and ghasts?
There are types of vampires that can literally drain a creature's blood until it becomes a mummified corpse. But you can't see any from Vesenia's medicine check. There are no puncture wounds on this thing at all, just a hand mark.
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't seem to think it's a vampire. So, it is whatever powers Amara has. Assuming it's Amara. Maybe Amara's in trouble from whatever this thing is, and we should go and help her.
That's fair. Not a bitey vampire, maybe just an energy vampire. Maybe a vibes vampire. Yeah, no, we probably should. Just, as I said.
You're in there. have faith, but whether it's her or something else, we protect ourselves. Doesn't mean we have to instigate it, but it means that at least we make sure that we don't get hurt until we work out what's going on.
And we've got each other, at least. As far as we know, she's one person, so if she does get the jump on us, we can take care of each other.
I'm not saying you can just, if it is Mara, you can just whack her over the head until she goes unconscious. That is a viable method. It's non-lethal.
I mean, have you ever taken heavy blows to the head? You either go out for a few seconds, don't hit people in the head. Hey, audience,
don't. You get better.
In our timeline, yeah, no, we seem to be able to sleep off all sorts of things, but blows to the head are real.
Not ideal.
No.
I mean, I could make the game harder if you want me to.
Imagine if you just put it in and you're like, oh, by the way, you've all taken blows to the heads and you're going to be out of commission for 2 weeks because, you sprained your ankle. Did you get what you wanted, Josh? Did you give us more plot?
Yeah, you can carry on your journey if you want to now.
Okay.
I think Elodie would send Corvu off to sort of fly around and scatter her, but trying to stay high enough that he looks like a regular bird and isn't immediately spotted as a mechanical bird.
Cool. He's made of metal. Is he just very shiny as well?
Yeah, probably.
I suppose you go like very shiny raven. It's just like go, oh, there's a glint. Yeah.
It's quite cloudy, so the sunshine isn't really reflecting off of him. So he goes high enough up, then he looks like a normal bird. You can roll a perception check for him if you like. Do you have a telepathic communication with him, or does he need to fly back to you to give you information?
I'm going to pause you there because I just realised I didn't have the homunculus stat block up.
You're all good.
And we didn't send that's right, we didn't send Corvu after the shadow because we were like, he could get hurt and we'd lose contact with him.
Yet an electrical storm was going.
Yes, there was a storm last night.
Poor little guy.
So no, don't have a telepathic connection, but a perception check is twice my proficiency bonus, so plus 6. So that is a 22.
Nice.
Yay.
So after a little bit of time of you all continue walking up, you don't see any more of these wolf corpses or any other corpses as you go up. Corvu eventually comes back down to you and relays to you that he's spotted the entranceway to the temple up above. It's still daylight, although it's cloudy.
Well, we're on the right path, and there doesn't seem to be anything obviously dangerous on the way.
That's good. Thank you, Corvu. Is that how Corvu... Did Corvu give you a message of boop boops? Just like, what did you see? Boop boop. Did you see the temple? Boop boop. Thank you, Corvu.
Head tilt. Flap.
I will defend Corvu with somebody's life.
Just a little guy. We've got another little guy. We love it.
Yeah, you make your way up the pathway and you come out into a more open clearing area and you can see this temple in front of you. It looks like it's seen better days, was probably a very well looked after building at some point, is built into the mountainside here. You can hear the sounds of clanging metal coming from inside. It sounds like it's echoing out through the main entrance. The door is slightly ajar. And as you all get closer to the sort of central area, because I rolled very high on my stealth check, you hear the cocking noise of a crossbow from behind you.
Oh, good. Robin Hood's here.
Oh, merry men!
Talking about Elodie and our blacksmith behind me.
Oh yes, Ingrid's been here the entire time.
Yeah. Hey, Ingrid, you got any opinions on a desiccated corpse?
I didn't bring her down. And left her in spot.
Yeah, just stood up there sort of picking her fingers like, are you all bloody done yet? And then when you go, she's a big hammer on her side and carries on walking up. But yeah, cocked crossbow, you turn around and you can see stood on a high rock with a devilish-looking tail that's sort of whipping across and sort of slams into the dirt, causing a little bit of it to come up, wearing very fine black leather armor with a very dark red cloak around the neck that sort of drapes down behind her back. Purple hair, almost like pinkish purple hair. I'm with a skin tone similar to Vesenia's, although it's slightly grayer with piercing red eyes, is a fiend fallen with horns as well, blackened horns, pointing the crossbow at you with a grin on her face and her tongue sort of going across her teeth.
With Hera?
Sorry?
Hera sent us.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Sort of unclocks lifts the crossbow up away from you. Oh, I was hoping you were going to be some more food for me to consume. Okay. You're not hunting me or anything then?
No.
No.
Sorry. What did you say? Other fiend fallen? I didn't hear what you said.
Should we be? Are you doing anything against your agreement with Hera to go and harm those below?
No, if anything, I'm stopping them from being harmed.
When you say consume,
Yes.
could you clarify? It's just not a normal way of saying dinner, and also unusual to eat people.
She sort of rubs her nose a little bit, puts the crossbow away, and hops down off of the rock. And this is a 10-foot drop. She seems to take no damage from it as she just lands, almost superhero landing, into the dirt. She stands up and sort of dusts any dust or mud that sort of appeared on her armor from jumping down, and looks up at you. Yes, consume. That's exactly what I said. And you watch as she puts a glove on one of her hands.
Just leans to Vesenia. She's more terrifying than you.
She's trying.
Anyway, what can I do for all of you? What are you doing in my neck of the woods if you're not here to hunt me down?
Honestly, your appearance here is kind of immaterial. We're here for that.
Oh, you want to get in there? Okay. Well, can I ask why? I've sort of got an agreement with the person who lives there that, I keep them protected. I've got somewhere to sleep.
Are they a dragon?
There is a dragon in there, yes.
But that's not the person you've got an agreement with.
No. Somebody else in there. They turned up 3 weeks ago, lit the forge, said they needed some time to work on some stuff to help their friend. And
Josh, the forge was reactivated 5 weeks ago, according to my notes.
And that's what I said 5 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
She also takes a drink from a squash that she just has.
Just on a platform next to her.
Yeah. It's like, this is my invisible servant.
She's so cool and scary.
And it's drinking all her vitamin juices. Right, okay, yeah. Actually, that was part of it. We wanted to, we want to get something from the temple, and also we have a blacksmith who would be quite interested, probably.
I've been here the entire time. Excellent. Another one.
What was that?
Saying that she's here the entire time, and I'm like, we know this.
Yeah, I mean, we understand you don't want to look at, corpses and things, but,
It's quite expositionary of you.
Yes. Not to bully you, you're a very important part of the party who is always here. This temple forge. We're looking for possibly a document. We're interested in translating a document of our own, which we've been told there's a cipher in the building.
Oh, right. I mean, that sounds very boring.
Well, quite.
Actually, no, it's going to be fascinating and possibly world-changing.
Right, okay. Still sounds boring to me, but let me just check you all over quickly. And she sort of walks in a bit closer to sort of inspect you all. I'm going to get her to roll a check. Natural 20, fucking hell, okay. She moves in close and she just looks around all of you and she stops at you, Vesenia, and you can hear that she's giving little slight little sniffs. She seems to be sniffing you. You smell like Imperium.
I like a bitch.
She sort of stands right in front of you, and she is quite considerably taller than you are, and she just looks down at you. Impressive. You still smell like Imperium, and I don't know if I want to let one of you in there.
Well, it would make our grandmother extremely unhappy.
Our grandmother... I'm going to use that natural 20 from before. What's your name?
You can't remember me.
I might remember you, but I need to know what your name is.
Amara. Honestly.
Josh finds this mildly hilarious considering that Vesenia did not have any memory of Amara.
No, also.
Anyway.
It's a power play.
You don't remember your little Vess, who you left abandoned?
I definitely didn't leave you abandoned. I had no say in what happened to my sister.
Didn't even try, though. At least you were sentient and rather than just a tiny, defenseless little baby.
You... Fuck me, that's another natural 20. Jesus Christ. Natural 20 for a 29 to hit you. There's no damage done to you as her hand just grips up your neck to the point where it's up against your jawline. She doesn't lift you off the ground or anything, but you can feel the force in the grab, and she just tilts your head to the side, left and right, and pulls you in close, and you can see that she's snarling a little bit. I had no say in what mother and father did. I was only 6 years old when you left. Don't you dare ever try and put that blame on me.
Hit a nerve, didn't I? And really, you have to stop showing your cards so easily. It's going to make you so easy to manipulate. Just take the hand off. Honestly, what kind of strategy is that?
Seems my sister has read me like a book. I need to get better at being able to deceive people. I hate getting manipulated. So says to herself as she looks down at the dirt.
From what I hear, that is a common occurrence for you, but hey ho.
If I roll another natural 20, I could quite easily cut your head off right now. Let's see if I do.
Do you want to know what I rolled, though?
What?
Did you get a nat 20?
Nat 20 on.
Meanwhile, Brahm and Elodie are just looking at each other going, what the fuck?
Sisters doing it for themselves. What was your natural 20 for?
It would be a nat 20 for a 22. But
What were you rolling though?
I was just want to grab her and just.
So
strength. Oh yeah, you beat her at strength no matter what. Yeah, pull her hand off, and she seems very impressed at the fact that you were able to force her grip off. Excellent.
I feel a sense of responsibility. Look, honestly, your sense of strategy is useless. Your sense of trying to keep any kind of secret is useless. You might have power, but you're also very easily going to become someone's tool. Don't do that again. Like, I could slit your throat right here and it would be so easy. Do not do that, honestly. What are you thinking?
I have a strong sense to want to pull you in for a hug right now, but I have a feeling that you're not the hugging type. And to be honest, I don't particularly want to either, so I'm not going to. And she sort of throws your hand away, takes a couple of steps back.
There's enough people out there who want to go use people for pawns. Don't keep making it be you. Not even me.
I've learnt from my mistakes, and I will not be doing that again in any of the many lifetimes that I now have. Anyway, shall we? You want to go see the person inside? You don't seem to be any sort of a threat, at least not one that I can't stop, so I will take you in. Let's go.
Oh, that's very kind. Do you want to tell us more about this many lifetimes that you have scenario?
She looks towards you and you can see the red in her eyes. And as she sort of smiles, you can see a small fang appear in her mouth as she licks it.
Interesting. Right. I was wrong, and I'm man enough to admit it.
There's a lot of history behind what I am. I'm not what I think you are, although I look like it, which is very interesting.
You're not what
we think
I am. What?
I am what I am.
What do I look like? Look at me now. What do I look like?
Just the way you worded it was confusing because you said, I'm not what you think you are. And that's very confusing. Anyway, it looks like you're a vampire, but I'm assuming not.
No. Well, at least not quite.
Okay.
One, I'm stood out in daylight.
Yes.
Well, yes. I apologise if this line of questioning is rude. It's just that we have another person that we know that has a very long lifespan, and for a moment, the way you worded it, I thought it might have been connected.
No, I was.
Oh, you don't know that. You don't know the person, but
I was like the rest of you at one point, and until about 10 years ago, I was able to live and die a normal life, but now I have the life of an immortal. Unless somebody kills me, of course, but it's incredibly hard to do that. My food source is years.
So, time. You drain time.
I drain the life from people, from things, from creatures, from the wolves up here, which is why they don't attack the settlement. I don't need to feed that often, but...
Yeah, we saw one of the wolves down there.
I need to do better at hiding them. Although saying that, the settlement folk don't normally come up this way that often, so...
I am begging you to let me teach you actual practical strategy.
I mean...
She's good at it. You know, she is worth listening to.
I mean, I do need to get to know my sister at some point, so maybe we could sit down and do that.
You are running on raw power and absolutely nothing else. For God's sakes, I can't be related to this. I'm just going to start just muttering away at Ingrid. Because he's the only one who's just like standing there just going, captive audience, not involved in the scene anymore. Honestly.
Next thing that you sort of go to start walking into the temple, and before you know it, Brahm, you notice that Amara is sort of leaning right up against you, sort of like almost like on your shoulder. She's like, I take it she's been through quite a lot.
Yeah. She's working through some stuff. I'm sure you can appreciate what that's like, but she's doing a good job of it.
She sort of gives you another stiff darkness. Tasty.
Yeah.
Moves away.
No, please, I need to know more. What am I? Come back.
Sniff my darkness.
Anyway, yes, let us go in. I shall let all of you go first. Just know that if you try anything, I will put you down before you can even react.
Could you define what you mean by try anything?
Try anything to hurt myself or my friends inside there.
Right.
Or stop what they're doing.
Okay. Do we need to say anything to them? Are you coming with us? So
I'm following right behind you. Yes.
Right.
I'll let them know that you're coming. And
good.
You watch as she sort of twiddles her fingers a little bit and whispers into something that fires off. She's cast a spell.
She has message. If only we had some way of communicating with people over long distances. Oh well. No, noted. Yeah, let's. I think I'm just of all the people, Elodie's the most stable at the moment. I'm just like,
and
no.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out, just think how thankful your DM is that you can't do that.
Hey Perry, we met another one of you. Yeah, I think. And that's lovely family reunion. Probably should get to the mission that we've been trying to work out for the last 5 episodes.
Yeah,
Limited time.
You all make your way into the temple, or you make your way through the temple doors, and it is this long corridor. On the left and right hand side, it's probably about 20 foot across. This corridor is quite wide. On the left and right hand sides, there are pillars, and in between each pillar, there are statues of various different people. They are, some are dwarf, some are humans, some are dragonkin, and as you walk through, if you wanted to have a little look at the statues, I won't get you to roll them, but they have names on each of the plaques, and they are all names of people, and it says underneath that they were all hosts to Peltos. It's these people who have hosted Peltos throughout the years, and the sound of clanging and banging gets louder and louder until you come into...
Hold on, Josh. I'm loving this as a narration. I just want to clarify, who was the first one?
Peltos.
The original
Like
Peltos.
the first host after the
Oh,
original.
the first host. You're
Yeah.
going to get me to look up a name now. Bear with
Yeah.
me.
And when was it?
Well, it definitely doesn't say a year on there, I'll tell you that now.
And who's the current one, and do they have a statue?
There is an empty spot when you get to the end, I will say that.
Interesting.
Um,
Because I've seen Peltos, so, but I haven't seen the person.
I've seen.
I've seen Have you? I'm sorry, ladies. Have you not seen a Guardian? Oh, but you must. They're so powerful.
Okay, so the first host that wasn't the original Peltos, the first host is called Fargrim, and was a dwarf.
What does the statue look like?
Wait. Have I got... Fargrim feels like a name I've got in my notes somewhere.
Probably because we were like, who was the first?
Fargrim is a dwarven figure, looks like a dwarf. It's just a stone statue of a dwarf holding a flaming greatsword in his hand that's sort of pushed down into the ground with phoenix wings sort of spread out behind him. The wings themselves, and each of the statues have got wings. They're not stone wings, they are wings of fire that act as torchlight for this corridor.
Oh, that's such a sexy description. I'm sorry, I love that.
Yeah. So this is like an eternal flame. This has just been burning this entire...
Yeah, it's like an eternal flame, yeah.
Yeah.
Eternal.
Say my name! Fargrim. Your name's Fargrim. Solve the puzzle. Yeah. Okay, so there's a gap. What's to the left? Who was the previous one before the gap?
Why, Tom?
Because you put it on the
I
table!
put it here.
You will see them and know your names, and you don't
Yeah.
need to. So we're like, okay, so what are their names?
Their name is Tom.
Tam.
Tam.
Natayom.
Natalia.
So the one before the current one, bear with me one second. His name is Zarkin. He was the previous. He looks like he was probably a fiend fallen. Very human-like features, but with very tiny horns sticking out of one side of his head. And then there is a plaque for the empty one, but there's no statue, and it says Aeodrun. Aeodrun, sorry, Odrin.
Again, this name sounds familiar, but I can't remember if it's from a different campaign or not.
Aeodrun.
Yeah, Aeodrun is the current host to Peltos.
As my mother was a paladin of Peltos, do I know anything about the current host? It's been a while, obviously.
You can make a history check.
Yeah. It's 13.
So what your mother would have told you is that the current host for Peltos was bought into... trying to think of the word, was given the power of Peltos probably about 60 years before you were born.
Wow.
So they've been around for quite a while. They had come from Abacathis. They were originally from there, and yeah, that's pretty much all you would know about it. Is that they were somebody who was from. They were, if you were to go by where they're from, their country name, they're Voltherian,
Okay.
which is the country in the desert.
But I don't know what they... Not so much what they look like, but I don't know if they're human. I don't know if they're fiend fallen. I just...
No. It's very rare to see, and your mother would have told you this. It's very rare to see one of the guardians in person. It's not unless it was like one of their name days, and they went to a temple that you would see them. So basically, all the stuff that's happening in the campaign so far is kind of unheard of.
Yeah, we're really mixing things up.
Yeah.
Right. I think I had to say it's like, so the current host, I mean, that was 60-something years ago. The fact that, I mean, this place has been closed off. The fact that someone else has made these statues, obviously. I mean, I guess whoever was running the temple's gone, and they haven't decided to focus on masonry then.
I mean, the statues are old enough that it could have been whoever was in the temple made them before leaving, and if Aeodrun has been guardian for as long, then it's not needed to be run, I suppose. Maybe until now.
Well, obviously someone had time to make a plaque, but not time to make a statue. Or maybe they put the statue up when the host dies. That's sort of...
Doesn't take 5 weeks to make a plaque.
No.
We'll just sort of be eyeing Amara, like, is our conversation suggesting this might be a sad reason that someone's here? Is she responding at all to that?
She's just looking over you all, sort of nodding along to whatever you're saying, not giving any hint whatsoever as to anything, really. She's sort of nodding along.
Is one of your friends downstairs, Aeodrun?
What? No.
Oh.
You have to tell us if someone's a guardian host.
Yeah, if I was friends with a guardian, I would not be in the predicament I'm in.
Well, let's go meet them then.
Let's go introduce ourselves, I suppose.
Just a fair warning: they can be a little bit excitable, especially considering the fact they've not seen anybody for a little while. So just bear with when you go down there.
Like, jump on us, excitable, talky, excitable, or
talky, excitable.
Right. Okay. Because
what's wrong with that?
There's nothing. It's just I know, personally myself, I'm not into that sort of thing, so it can be a bit overbearing. So,
wow. Still kind of recovering from I can smell your darkness, but
They're both very talky people. This is the good thing in them.
oh, good. You're all going to get on like a house on fire. Maybe, sister, you and I could stand and watch them talk to each other, and we could just stare at each other broodingly.
House on fire is not a good metaphor to use with us.
Oh, that sounds like a story I might want to hear.
Practical and stop trying so hard.
Well, that's time to go. Right? Wow.
You move through the main hallway where these statues are, and you come out into the temple proper, which is currently engulfed in a little bit of darkness. The flames from the statues sort of are emitting in here a little bit, but as you walk in, you watch as Amara clicks her fingers and flames begin to erupt around the walls. It's like oil is in like these little crevices around the walls, and it lights up the entire main temple area. And there's seating and everything that leads down to a podium, and you can see there's iconography for a phoenix absolutely everywhere. Everything is all fire-based and, flamey. But you can still hear the sounds of clanging. There's nobody in this room. There is a doorway at the end, and you make your way to that and begin descending down some steps. And as you begin descending down, the sort of flat humanoid-made brickwork begins to fade away and becomes more natural more natural rock formations, and eventually you'll come down into a rather large open cavern-esque area, and you can see that there are bits of machinery and wiring and metal. There's everything that you would need for a forge is descending down into this large cavern area. and you can see as you begin making your way down, you get to the sort of flat surface. The forge is being operated by a dwarven figure who is smashing down on it. They've got their back to you currently. They're shirtless, but they've got an apron on their front. And they've got these big goggles on. And as they're sort of hammering down on this anvil, they've got very short black hair that's sort of swept over to one side with what looks to be like a bandana wrapped around their head. They've got two braided bits of hair that go over one side that have got like jewel encrusted bits inside of it. They've got big dwarven ears with completely pierced all the way up one side. One side's got a chain on it. Quite muscular, male dwarf, tanned of skin. The thing that stands out to them the most, is he's got a large penguin tattoo on his ribs as he is hammering away at the anvil. And Amara goes, Valak, we've got some people here who want to see you. And he stops and he pulls the goggles off of his head and he turns to you. You see he's got a big black beard and he just looks towards you with a big grin on his face. He's like, oh, hello there. I wasn't expecting some new people. These are friendly people, right, Amara? Yes, Valak, these are friendly people. I wouldn't have brought them down here if they weren't. Fantastic. And he slams the goggles down on the side, cracks the lens a little bit. Shit, didn't mean to do that. Turns towards you. You can see that he's got soot around his eyes from where, and he walks over. He's like, hello. Yes, my name's Valak, and shakes all of your hands. It's good to meet all of you.
The first moment I was just like, I turned to stare at Amara, and you can see for the first time just a brief look of just empathetic sympathy of, yes, I understand exactly what you're doing, going through with this, and the fact that you will actually like it.
It's a pleasure to get to meet you all. I mean, obviously, if Amara has allowed you all into my little workspace, then you are all obviously very, very friendly. You look like you're a blacksmith. I am a blacksmith. Are you a blacksmith? Not quite, but I might need your help. Anyway, can I get your names?
Sure. I'm Brahm.
Nice to meet you, Brahm.
Elodie.
Nice to meet you, Elodie.
Vesenia.
Nice to meet you, Vesenia. You two look similar. Mara, is this a relation of yours? Well, first of all, not all Fiendfallen are related. I will say that. However, in this instance, we are related. I nearly put my foot in that, didn't I? Oh, well, yes. My name is Valak Cameron. I am the current resident of this temple.
Josh, do we know Kimdak's surname?
Yes.
Do we know that it's Hamron?
Yes.
Oh.
What are we saying no for?
Hamron, that's a we've met another Hamron previously.
Have you?
Yeah. As again, like the Kill Bill sirens start playing behind Brahm as his eyes start squinting. Yeah, we have.
You're not here on his behalf, are you?
I can guarantee you no.
Oh, good. That's fine then.
Although the way you said that implies that you know who we might be talking about.
Well, there's only two of us. I haven't spoken to my father. His name's Kimdak. I haven't spoken to him in 50-odd years? Long time. Since I left Merkstead, I haven't spoken to him for that long. I didn't even know he was still alive. So the fact that you're here and you know that name means that he is still alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard things about what he's been up to. I've avoided going to that area, so
A very quick point of order. When did you get here? Did you get here 5 weeks ago?
Yes. I'm the one that started the forge up.
Right.
I thought so. I'm just checking because here at the lighthouse on the main part of the island hasn't had contact with the outside of the island for a very long time. And if you had been here and you'd heard things, then anyway.
Hera doesn't know I'm here.
True.
I left here a long time ago with some friends, and I recently came back.
Is he mentioned in the Marley book that we got hold of?
Yeah, Valak's in the Marley book, yeah.
Right, so we can able to be like, oh,
One of the orphans.
What?
One of the orphans who became one of the crew.
I mean, kidnapping's such a strong term. It was more a guardian went, right, you're going with these guys, and next thing we know, he's part of the crew.
I mean, it looks like he became a permanent part of the crew. You can see a big penguin tattoo that looks like it's probably seen better days on his side.
Well, there's the thing. There's the penguin tattoo, and there's also the figurehead tattoo. Maybe actually they changed. That's nice that they changed what the symbol was when they got the new ship, and they were like, "It's bosun now. We're getting bosun tattoos."
I remember you all saying that you were going to get bosun tattoos, so that's what I gave him.
We've got bosun tattoos. We also have one of the figurehead, which is, for those who haven't seen, is a rather busty figurehead. So that's slightly
He's not
awkward.
getting one of the figurehead. He's not getting anyone of any lady but their wife.
Exactly.
And that's why we all compromised on the penguin.
I think it's fair as the new crew. We're like, cool, that was weird, right? Especially now we know, a previous version. Folks, you're going to have to catch up on the Patreon games because a lot happened. It was very
available on YouTube.
There you go. Okay.
So not only are you related to Kimdak, but you were also one of the crew of the Lottie Marley. All the grand adventures they had.
Yeah, it was an awesome time. I grew up on the ship.
Oh.
Who
Pretty
wrote
much.
the book?
I hate to say I did.
What?
That's why you sound so heroic. Oh, no, I'm sure you were very heroic. Sorry, that was rude.
Oh no, I definitely didn't write myself as heroic. I was only a child during the sort of that part of the book. But no, I noted down all of the adventures that they had, and I grew up on the ship when I stopped writing at that point because there wasn't wasn't really many adventures for us to write about after we came back from Talu. So. I left here 20 years ago with Uncle Hogarth. We travelled up north for a little bit, and then he stayed up there, and I travelled back down this way. So I needed to. So
For this forge.
and other reasons, but for the forge, yes. Oh, bear with me 1 second. And he sort of turns back to the forge and just bear with me 1 sec. And he moves over to it, and you watch as he pulls open this large tray, and you can see it's steaming hot. And as he pulls the tray open, he's like, right, now where did I put it? Ah, there it is. And he moves over to this large chest that he pulls up, and he opens the chest out. As soon as he opens the chest up, I'm going to need all of you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ah, good.
Oh, kid, what are you doing to us?
Ooh, that's nice. Good. Wisdom. Ooh, yay. 25.
14.
15.
Okay, so you're all fine because you've all been affected by Aether in some way as he pulls open a sheet and lifts out this glass container that's got Aether in it that's bouncing around. He's like, right, bear with me 1 second. And he moves over towards this large steaming hot tray, and he opens the tray out and dumps the Aether into it and quickly shuts the tray. And you can hear this screaming noise come from inside of it as it's bubbling and steaming up. Right, okay, now where is it? Pulls down this large hose that is this entire time steaming, got loads of steam coming out the end of it. It's like a nozzle. And he holds that over where the entranceway to this tray is. He's like, right, 1, 2, 3, opens the tray and pushes a button on the nozzle, and you watch as all this frost sprays into this large thing as something tries to jump out at him. He's like, whoa! It all freezes over. And as the smoke sort of settles, you can see that there is this Aether that's tried jumping out at him that's completely frozen in place. It's like, phew, that was lucky. Right, gets a hammer out and clonks it one, and it shatters into a load of different pieces and falls to the floor, and all of the ice melts away. And you can see as he bends down and picks a piece up, he's got an Aether crystal in his hand. Oh, good. That's part of the job done. And he begins gathering all the other pieces up and sticks them down into a bucket. Sorry, that was time sensitive. I needed to get that done now.
Well, glad you did. That's...
No, fair enough. I need to know. What?
Yeah,
What?
no.
And we've lost her.
No, Elodie's also be quite interested in talking to you about...
I managed to distill some Aether as well.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, I found this stuff, so I haven't been able to distill it. Deep underground, there's quite a large cache of it up in the northern part of Idorune. So I was able to get some, and I bought it here because I needed it for something.
Something secret, I'm assuming, otherwise you would have told us.
Actually, I could do with your help with something. I'm guessing you're here for a reason.
A couple of different reasons, yes. Actually, we were told that I think
I'm not one of them.
No, we didn't know. We didn't know you were here.
Any sort of guard about Elodie has sort of gone. So unless Vesenia or Brahm kind of like calm down, she will be like, "Oh yes, well actually, we were led to believe that there is a we came for Dragonthorn, but also we were led to believe there might have been a cipher in here. But also the idea of a forge that can work with Aether is fascinating and quite pertinent to the research I'm doing at the moment."
Oh well, I didn't get any sort of questions out of those, but I will answer that Aether, yes, you can use this forge to forge Aether crystals, or Aetherite, as I have dubbed it. For copyright reasons, we might not be able to use that all of the time. But yes, I'm looking to forge an
Who's
Aether
doing
weapon.
copyright?
Who's enforcing that?
Possibly blizzards. I don't know. Anyway,
Well, you did freeze it, so a blizzard is.
there's Aetherite in World of Warcraft.
then we won't use it as a term.
I'm looking to make Aether weaponry, although I'm not looking to mass produce it. I just need it for a particular task.
Right.
Something particularly important or deadly.
Yes. Which actually brings me to the favour that I have to ask, actually. So you say you're looking for a cipher. Do you know what type of cipher you're looking for?
A cipher to translate some old text. Ancient text.
I think there's something like that down there. I'm not sure. Do you know what a cipher is? Is my next question.
Oh, it's a key to unlock a code, a coded message.
I mean, that is a type of cipher, yes, but not in the context that you're probably looking for. No. So I'm a bit of a historian. I've done a lot of learning. I'm a historian on things magical and rune-based. I am what you might call a runesmith, not a forge master. Points towards Ingrid. I'm looking for a forge master, actually, but I'm more of a runesmith. I focus more on the dwarven magics and magics of the old world. And one thing that I came across is in the old world, they used to have items called ciphers, which are one-use items that can be very, very, very mundane or incredibly powerful. So if you're looking for a cipher that allows you to decipher a text, probably going to be downstairs, which is where I need your help.
Right. Okay. Good. How can we be of assistance?
The custodian of this temple has been afflicted with the
dragon.
The dragon, yes. He had been asleep for quite some time, hence the large nest of field of dragonthorn on the main island. He had been asleep here for quite some time until probably about 8 to 10 weeks ago, when he was abruptly awoken by something. I don't know what it was that awoke him, but he called out to me to come to him, so I did. And when I got here, he had been infected by something, and he's now not of his own mind, and I've managed to trap him downstairs, but I need to free him of his control so that I can get him back, because he's my friend. We first became friends when I first came to the island, so I want to make sure that he's safe, and the only way to do that is with Aetherite weapons, or Aether weapons.
Do you need to attack him?
We need to destroy the thing that's attached itself to him.
What has attached itself to him?
It's like a parasite, but a rather large parasite that's attached itself to his chest and has pierced through his scales. It's the weakest point of his body is around sort of around there. So it's for some reason where his heart is quite weak. I don't know, but yeah, it's pierced through his chest and is holding on there and is corrupting him and mutating him, and I don't want that to happen. So I need to help him.
Is
Okay.
this parasite connected to Aether at all, do you think? Or
Yes.
is it-
But hence, this is why I need the Aether weapons. It's the only thing that's going to pierce the creature's carapace.
And because it's a living parasite, it's a parasite that's been infected with Aether. It's not like living. A bit like with what you just used, where it was like.
I'm unsure if it is something that has been mutated by Aether itself, or if it is an Aether creature itself. All I know is that it's attached itself to my friend and is taking control of him.
Also, quick question: like when you were touching that Aether just then, did you hear something in your? Did you hear something?
The sort of melody sort of thing.
Like the
Yes.
broken chord.
Yeah.
broken chorus?
I can. I've worked with Aether for quite a long time, so it's not a very well known substance in the world. But being a runesmith and dealing with older technologies, I've worked with it for quite a while. The chorus, as you called it, that side of things is something that's not in the history books.
No. I mean, full honesty, all three of us have been infected, as you will, so we can also hear that.
Have you?
Well, as I just and the mace appears in my hand and disappears again. Yeah.
Black Aether?
Yeah. It's. I was hoping that someone would be able to tell me
I
about
would
it.
love to have a look at that.
Don't eat it, says Brahm too
Why would I
insistently.
eat it? That sounds like a silly thing to do.
Thank you. But yeah, no. If you want to try having a look, I would appreciate it. I'm not quite sure. Just the difficulty of not going, this all happened when your father murdered me. Sometimes I don't think it's good etiquette to bring that up, especially when you just met someone. That's like a third conversation kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I for one, as Elodie said, we are here for a purpose, but this does seem also, you're saying your friend's a nice dragon?
He was a nice dragon, yeah.
Well, then I think we try and... There are not enough dragons around, and, How big are we talking? Are we talking, like, cavern-sized, or, like, a smaller dragon, or...
Well, he's definitely an adult, because we're adults, so at least adult-sized.
But he's not, like, the size of a building or anything.
Oh, no, he's not. He's big. He's big. He's not an elder dragon, but he is quite big.
Okay.
Dimensions, abilities, etc., etc. If you two of you rush down to do it now without any research, I will break both your legs. For your own good.
Daniel, when have you known me to ever rush into anything without doing as much research as possible beforehand?
Please don't break my legs, says Brahm.
Flashes back to the night of drinking the Aether.
That was research!
I considered it. I looked at my notes and I ticked the yes box in should I drink this?
I think it's important that we help. Apart from anything, it would be incredibly useful to us to understand the way that your Aether weapons work. We may also have a similar problem that may require Aether weapons to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more than willing to give you as much information as I can. And Amara is just sort of there, like, I suppose you want me to help with all this as well. No, that's fine. I think the five of us. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I forgot you were there. What was your name? Ingrid. Sorry, I forgot you were there for a second. I think the five of us will be able to handle it fine. I don't think we're going to need your assistance with this, Amara, unless the rest of you want Amara here as well.
21 on insight. Does Amara look like she wants to come with us? Or was it like, I guess you don't need me?
You can roll an insight.
Was
21.
Valak doing a play of like, no, it's fine, we got this. So Amara will be like, well, fine, I'll come.
Yeah. 21 insight.
At what Valak said, it's pretty much of a, well, I want to come now, especially considering the fact that my sister that I've just found is going to be going into danger. the caring side sort of flashes across her face for a moment before the I'm a bad bitch comes back.
I mean, I for one think it wouldn't hurt to have extra people to help. You seem you're competent, you know, and yeah, you could probably help us. Have you ever been down there, Mara?
No, never been down there. Not stupid enough to go down there. No.
Right.
It's hot down there, and I mean hot.
Dragon. Volcano.
Volcano. Yes, we are currently in a volcano. Yes, I should have said that. Yes, we are currently in a volcano. Where we go below is going to be the belly of the beast, as it were. My dragon friend likes to swim in lava, so be prepared for him to hide under it and spew it at you. Oh. He's any fire-based weaponry that you have is not going to work on him.
Oh,
Right.
Job that I have an ice orb now, then, I suppose.
And that I can put my orb in my shield to give me resistance, as they say.
Yes, that sounds interesting. Yes, having resistance to fire is going to be key because he is a fire-based dragon, so we'll be able to breathe fire on you as well as throw lava at you. So just be careful of that. He's incredibly powerful. So do not go for a kill on him. Please do not kill my friend. Go for the creature on his chest if you can.
Right.
Ranged combat is going to be key, and ranged and distraction is going to be key here.
Now you said that your friend, obviously fire dragon, resistant or immune to fire
Completely
damage.
immune. Completely immune. He bathes in lava,
Noted.
so
Understandable. But the creature that is attached to him, the parasite, is that resistant or vulnerable to fire?
I would say it's probably immune to it as well. Last time I went to check on where he was, I couldn't see him, so I would assume he would have been in the lava itself.
Do you have a map of what it looks like downstairs?
Yeah, I can get you one. And he disappears and comes back with a not a sheet of paper, it's actually a stone tablet, and he places that down. Paper's not really a very good thing in such a hot environment, and he sort of shows that to you, and it's literally just a as naturally circle or oval shaped cavern as it can be, but with stalactites, stalagmites all over the place, and a small little land base where the stairs are that lead down, and then the rest of it is just a big pool of lava. But there's plenty of like ledges and things that you can sort of hop around on if you have the ability to climb up things.
Yes. I love a map.
What's your friend's name, by the way? Did you?
His name's Farafar.
Farafar. Right.
How would you spell that?
F-A... Hang on, wait. F-A-R-A-F-A-R.
Farafar. Good.
Farafar. For those of you who know Norse mythology, there is a dragon called Faranir, and I went with... Well, he's near, so I went with Far.
Wherever you are.
Farah, wherever you are.
Power under there.
All right. Okay. Well, what else? The aether. The aether you've been experimenting with to create the aetherite.
Yes.
You looked at Brahm and said, black aether. What have you been using?
What I thought, until I just met your friend here, was the only type of aether, which is purple.
Right, okay.
Now there's a black variant. I mean, I can tell that it's aether just by looking at what's dripping off of his weapon currently, although it doesn't seem to be leaving a mark on the floor, so it's obviously just for effect.
Yeah.
Please stop your weapon from dripping.
Oh, it's been quite a day for me so far. I unsummon the base.
Well, so I've made these aether crystals so that I can then forge them into aether weapons. So What type of weapons do you all like to use? Because I will have to make you weapons for that. Now, for sake of expediency, I can't do anything too complicated. So if you've got, if you have an idea of a returning dagger or something like that, that's going to be a little out of my wheelhouse at the moment because I don't have the time.
Well, that weapon I showed you is the one I use, and that's sort of been corrupted. I mean, maybe something. If you've just got like normal daggers, I'm not really good at distance so much.
Yeah,
something I can throw.
Yeah, I can make daggers. I can make arrowheads. I could make pellets for your pistol. You can see you've got a pistol there, so I can make some of those for you.
Ask about that. Bullets would be quite useful.
Yeah.
Bullets. This isn't a spud gun.
Right. Well, I can make you some of those. In fact, actually, what was your name? Ingrid. I've told you that already. Sorry. Too many new people getting sensory overload from it all. But yes, I could definitely use your help with forging all this. I think it will make the speed up a lot quicker. Amara's sister, what do you favour as a weapon?
Yes, I'm boring in comparison. I just lift up my sword.
Sword.
Ingrid's had done some nice modifications to this.
Awesome. Well, I can't do any improvements to that right now, so it's going to have to be a brand new weapon, I'm afraid. So I can make you a longsword if you'd like to, as long as you have a way to be able to get up to the parasite, then you should be fine. But if you need anything ranged as well, I can do that. I've probably got enough here to make... I could make 10 bullets. I can make 10 bullets, 4 daggers, and 1 other weapon out of what I've got at the minute.
I'll get back to you.
Well, we have a think. We have a confab and plan.
Right. You have a little confab and plan. I'm going to start melting this all down and mixing it in with the ingots that I've got so that I can make the begin making the weapons. So I'm going to be busy doing that. So it's up to you what you all decide to do. There is, if you want to go that way, and he points to the other end of the chamber, that's where the old clerical living quarters are. So if you want to go there and get yourself some rest and some food and all that sort of stuff, please feel free to. I am going to carry on doing all of this. Ingrid, would you mind giving me a hand, please? Yes. I mean, I came here for a reason as well, and it was to get some materials and things, and I mean, learn some blueprints, and by the look of it, you've got some pretty cool stuff here. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely show you some bits. Yeah, and they seem to have a conversation with each other. I'm not doing that again. I'm not having a conversation with myself again.
Video game. These seem to be in deep conversation. I probably shouldn't interrupt them as we just turn around. Yeah. Okay, so we're here to save a dragon. Adventures.
Maybe we should be talking strategy, but could you give me 10 minutes?
Yeah, of course. Eddie, you want to go see what clerics have in a cupboard?
Elodie has been like awkwardly third wheeling the conversation between Valak and Ingrid. I'm listening.
I turned to talk to Elodie, and then I just turned back to Vesenia, and I'm like, yeah. I've got these berries. Jam? Question mark. As I walk up, we don't have jam time.
Whip ups. You can make it quick if you just cook it down. I know you can make something quick with it, and we can make toasted jam snacks.
You can make a coolie.
Alex in the middle of his conversation with Ingrid, with Elodie sort of hovering over the pot, and he sort of in the middle of the talking turns to you. I should point out that you've got plenty of time to do any sort of baking or anything that you want. It's going to take me a few hours to make these weapons anyway. So you've got time. You've got, in game terms, you've got enough time to take a long rest.
We also hear Bram quietly, we have jam time.
Right. So with all of that, Bram begins making his way towards where the clerical chambers are. Elodie is third wheeling a conversation, and Vesenia is looking at the map for
In a minute. I want to talk to Amara first.
is going to have a conversation with Amara. At that point, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. We're going to take a short rest, refill our drinks, and we will be back in, as I said, 10 minutes to take on the second part of this episode, is what I'm trying to say. Words, hard. In a bit. Welcome back, everybody. We have taken our short rest and we are going to dive straight into the second half of this session. In the first half, our body found a mummified corpse of a wolf. They then bumped into the source of that, which was Vesenia's sister Amara, who revealed that she was not quite a vampire, but something else.
She's an energy vampire.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Chrono vampire.
Chrono vampire.
Chrono vampire. Nothing else was,
Chronomancy, the most powerful magic.
nothing else was poked into that at all. No other questions were asked. And they walked into the Temple of Peltost, asked me a various number of questions about nearly asked me about who each of the previous forms were. That would have been a nightmare.
Do you not have a little song to name them all?
First
there's no songs.
Peltost, then there was this guy, then
this
Guy, then there was this guy, he died.
Then the records don't show, and we're not sure. But then we know about Bill. Hello! The hello is part of the song. Anyway.
They went down into the deeper parts of the mountain or volcano, where they met with a dwarven figure called Valak Hammerin. For anybody who has not watched the Marley stories that we have, Valak was one of the orphaned children from Merkstead. Well, he wasn't actually orphaned, I should say. He was one of the children taken from Merkstead when it was being attacked by vermin. During by ratlings during the Vermin War. Valak is Kimdak's son. He hasn't seen Kindak in 55 years and has been working as a runesmith and historian of ancient technologies and artifacts. The group watched as he was able to create aetherite or aether crystals from aether by superheating it and then instantly freezing it and smashing it. And we ended the session. Oh, he also asked the group to help him with his friend Farafar, who has been corrupted by a parasitic aether-infused thing that is attached to his chest. And Farafar is a dragon that lives in the belly of this volcano. We ended the session with Brahm heading off to the clerical. What did I call it? Sort
like
of
living quarters.
The living quarters, there we go. The clerical living quarters to make some food. Vesenia went over to have a conversation with her sister, and Elodie was third wheeling the conversation between Valak and Ingrid. I'm going to ask each of you to roll me a d20, please, to see which one we're going to go to first.
18.
4.
16.
Which I think's fair, because we're going to cut to Bram being like, cooking, cooking. I miss my fox, cooking.
I am happy for the Vesenia conversation to happen first, though, because there's like emotions there, and I'm just going to be like, can I prod it?
Okay, we'll go to the emotions first.
Yeah.
As you've diverted your initiative, as it were, to Vesenia, we will come to Vesenia
I've used
first.
a class ability to swap our initiative order.
Used alert, yeah.
Great, thanks.
A new alert feat. Yes, Vesenia, you can walk up to your sister as there seems to be an excited conversation happening around near the forge, and Bram's just wanders off on his own to the living quarters. And your sister's just sort of leaning up against the stairs that lead back up to the main temple area.
Well, we're going to have a conversation. It will hurt both of us. Just even trying, but it needs to be done.
I agree. What do you want to talk about?
We need to talk about... I hate this emotion. Quite frankly, I need to teach you how to be less manipulative, because I did not know about you until, a week ago? Until I had no memories of my childhood, and you made it very easy for you to think that I did.
Yeah, I should be better at that, but hey.
Good. And to chrono-vampirism? Really?
As I said, I'm not a vampire.
Uh,
If I was a vampire, I wouldn't have been able to have been out in the daylight. I fought vampires.
chrono-vampirism, whatever.
I'm not a vampire. Dampier is a form of vampire. I am not a vampire.
Talk to me about it. Also, I rolled a natural 20 on an inside check on her.
Yeah, I mean, she looks uncomfortable. She looks nervous. And as at the start of the conversation, she looks slightly pissed at you as well.
We're not doing it here, though. Let's go find somewhere comfortable.
Back upstairs?
Yeah.
Awesome. Maybe you can tell me a bit more about Father, and maybe you can actually ask about Mother.
Again, being a person thing is difficult for me. We can talk about it.
Definitely, let's go upstairs. And you can both make your way upstairs, and the lights in the temple are still lit. It's very much giving off that very orange hue all over the place. And Amara just sits down in one of the stalls and just sort of looks up at the two images of the phoenix that is Peltos up sort of like they're like murals on the up in the wall. There we go. That's such a hard word to find.
Oh dear.
There, the murals on the wall of the phoenix and people praying to it and all of that sort of stuff. She sort of she sits back one, so she's not on the front sort of pew. She sits back one and then sticks her feet up on the other one. So,
Feet on the floor.
what?
Feet off the tables.
Right, okay. Takes the feet down. Sorry.
Whipped.
Okay. Yeah, definitely like Mother. First thing I will say, you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Mother loved you deeply up until the day she died, and always regretted what happened between her and and Father. She never remarried, never had any other children, so there is just us two. Yeah. What about Father? Is he still alive?
No, they murdered him.
Who murdered him?
Japan's. He was sick. Got damaged the mines too many times. I was trying to keep him alive as best as I could. And then the balance came to take his soul. It's a drain on resources, not that we were using any in the first place.
Another reason for me to hate the Imperium then. So
People,
why didn't you get out of there straight away then? Why do you still reek of them?
got taken to the academy. And I was very good at what I did.
And so you joined, that they killed Father and you decided to join their ranks and serve them after what they did to him?
Is that why they kill me? Considering that I tried to kill the priest responsible. I was nice. I did not necessarily do the world's best job at it, but I was doing a darn good one.
Respectable. I can respect that. If Mother had not died the way that she did, I would have hunted down the people that killed her. If she was killed by people, but she wasn't. This is really awkward.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, cards on the table, because everyone... What do you know about the power structures in the Imperium?
Not an awful lot. I know there's you got the army, lieutenants, generals, sergeants, all of that sort of stuff, and then you've got the big four or whatever they're called, and then the Emperor.
Hello, Big Four.
Impressive.
Mm.
Slightly concerning.
Mm.
Especially considering the fact that I let you in here.
Well, one has had a change of heart in recent times, and that has come with a slight power reduction, but years of learning strategy still pays off.
Now, see, there would have been a part of me, say, 10 years ago that would have said, why would you give up that degree of power? But I can understand it now.
I gave it up because I am a fucking monster. And I always will be.
Even monsters can be redeemed.
Well, one tries, but even niece. Not biologically, but oh god, no.
You adopted?
Adopted.
That's nice.
Part of our parents' troop.
I took a kid in. They're actually down in the settlement now. Slightly older. Not like a kid. They're 15 years old. So, but yeah, I took them in for a little bit, and then when we fled here, I left them. I didn't want them to live in the wilderness with me. So our grandmother said that she would look after her and raise her. So.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's hard when you care about something. Yes, I agree. It's also hard when you're the cause of that person's pain.
Would you believe me if I say I completely understand?
She sort of looks you up and down. Yeah, I believe you. Seems that we're cut from the same cloth. More alike than I could have ever imagined, even though we've led two completely separate lives. I never served in the military. I was an adventurer for a time. Then I got pulled into some shit, fell in love, did some stuff that I shouldn't have done, and now I'm here.
That you shouldn't have done being...
I'm guessing grandmother told you that I murdered the royal family of the kingdom of Aslorian.
Yes, and I tell you what, I was honestly more upset about your just lack of follow-through about the ramifications rather than the act itself.
It's crazy what you do for love. And that's what I did.
Don't tell me, Savannah.
So it looks a bit sheepishly. I didn't know you knew that name.
It's in the records, and also, this? You'd think that we'd have better taste than that.
I mean, she's very persuasive when she wants to be. She's also the reason I'm like this. If I could give you any piece of older sister advice, if you ever come into contact with her physically, run.
There are people depending on me to come back home, so, you know.
Well, then, if that time ever comes and you come face to face with her, think about those people and get out of there.
Savannah, really? Really?
She's hot.
In like a... I mean, fair, but still.
She's incredibly hot. She offered me an awful lot of power, which I accepted, and then came to regret when she told me what I needed to do to keep that power.
A lot of things have happened to me, but I am very... One thing. My adopted brother did a lot to keep that kind of influence away from me, and I am very appreciative of that.
Sounds like a much better person than what I am.
Oh, was constantly trying to kill me, and he was an absolutely awful person.
Okay, he sounds exactly like me. That's fair.
He was war.
Oh, right, I get you now. Okay, interesting. So, what is it that you need these items for? That you're here for? This cipher? What is it you're actually here to do? Because it seems like an awful risk to take. You know, sailing from wherever it is you've come from to get to here, risking the drowners on the beach and stuff. I mean, I came here a few years ago, and there were drowners around then. It wasn't as bad as what it is now, but I've seen from up high how bad the beach can get. So what is so important that you would risk so much?
Various forces are working together to try and bring together the dawn of a new age. This does not sound good.
It doesn't sound good, no. So, do you know if Savannah's involved?
Not specifically, but quite honestly, highly likely. One of the town in which we met, the others, one of their own is seeming to spearhead, but the Imperium involved various other forces.
So she's moving ahead with the second stage of her plan, even though the first stage failed. Interesting.
Plan?
Sorry?
I feel that within all of this, I am attempting to make up with my redemption by actually doing something, and you are here.
Oh, I'm hiding. That's what I'm
so
doing.
You might as well.
I don't need to redeem myself. I don't feel that what I have done can be redeemed. So I'm just
to redeem
hiding.
yourself from poor decision making and lack of planning and strategizing. I will teach you, dear help me God.
I mean, there was definitely plenty of planning that went into everything. I was just following the orders that I was given.
You need to plan.
I don't need to plan anything. I'm not planning on doing anything.
Cannot be a tool for other people. At least if you are doing things which are bad, do it. What was the second part of Savannah's plan? I'm trying to get to this. Not distract me.
There's something. Savannah's plan was to take out the royal family, which is what she did, and then raise the dead and take over the kingdom of Aslora, which is what she attempted to do, and that failed. Don't ask me how that failed. I had already chosen to leave her side when that happened. The second part of her plan, from what she told me, because she did keep me in the dark about a lot of it, but there is something underneath the city that she wants to awaken. Something that is... She used the word kindred a lot. So something that's like her, like me, that is living under the city and is sleeping. She wants to awaken it, or them.
Not sound fun.
Sorry?
Does not sound fun at all.
Doesn't sound fun at all. When I say that I'm not a vampire, I was gifted these abilities, or given this curse, however you look at it, by Savannah. Whatever Savannah is, she's not human, I can tell you that. She's not a vampire. If anything, whatever she is, vampires came from. She's incredibly hard to hurt. I mean, I tried to stab her with an incredibly powerful weapon that I had at the time, and I barely pierced her skin. I barely got away with my life, and with the life of the child that I have with me. Oh, by the way, just if you ever wanted to restore the kingdom of Aslora, the heir to the throne is in the settlement.
I'm not stupid, I'd worked that out.
Right, well, you hadn't said anything, so I thought I would just mention it, okay?
Being his intelligence. As in being able to work out what other people are doing and how to work out strategy. Yes, it's obvious. You're incredibly bad at keeping secrets.
I'm incredibly bad at keeping secrets when it comes to people that I trust. You're my sister, regardless of whether you are a horseman or horsewoman or not. I was always told that if I was to ever to see you again, that I should trust you no matter what. No matter how evil you are, no matter what it is you've done, I should take you back in as a sister and I should look after you and guide you. Doesn't seem to be that I need to look after you. And it seems like you want to guide me than I want to go. It seems like you want to guide me more than I want to guide you, but...
I feel like one of my wayward soldiers. You just... So much war talent, but also so much in line of just being memory wiped and brainwashed and...
Look, right, just forget about all of that, okay? I'm not planning on leaving here, so as long as nobody knows I'm here, I'm fine. So as long as you don't go telling, you or your friends don't go telling anybody that I'm here, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me, just focus on whatever it is you've got going on, which if Savannah's involved, you've got a lot of shit going on. And I'm not getting involved in that again, so don't even ask me to come and help.
Why would I?
Well, I don't know, it seems that you might be on some sort of... When you first came, it sounded like you were on some sort of a recruitment drive, and I'm not into that.
Oh. No offense. No.
I mean, I would say all of the offense taken, but I'm glad that's the answer. My skills are better served here protecting the people of this island.
Do what you need. I don't know you well enough to miss you. I learnt about you yesterday.
You've mentioned that a couple of times. I don't know if that's meant to be a dagger to the heart, but... Also, I have noticed that Grandmother gave you her gauntlets. I hope you make good use of them.
Yeah, but they seem fun.
I mean, I used to watch her rip logs apart with them, so, you know.
I don't feel much stronger than I was, but I was already pretty there. But
all right, Miss Muscles. Jesus, what are you, some sort of beefling?
You should meet one of my companions. No, what I'm trying to say is I went very quickly into a position where I could not afford to have friends or companions. That the way that was safest for myself and for other people was they were my subordinates, and to treat them as such. I have not been a person in at least 10 years. I have been a tool of the state. And now, I did not know who I was. I did not remember my father. When I say that I do not remember our grandmother or you or anybody, then it's not intended to make you feel sad, but more... I am bad at this. I will always be bad at this.
Well, I mean, if there's anything that I've got now, it's time. So whenever you're ready and want to learn more about myself and more about our grandmother, then she's probably already said this, but you're more than welcome to come back. I promise not to shoot you in the back of the head if you come up here to see me again.
It's fine. You can try. Reduction in ability.
Right. I think at that point, while you two are having that conversation upstairs, we're going to move sort of back down into the forge chamber, as I'm going to call it, and we are going to come to Elodie, Valak, and Ingrid, who are sort of stood around the forge having a conversation. And I think at this point, they've both noticed you trying to third wheel the conversation, and they've sort of accepted you into it. So yeah, you can. I mean, I'll let you start it off. So.
Oh, I mean, it's just sort of. She probably isn't like third wheeling as in trying to take over the conversation. She just is trying to absorb as much knowledge as possible. Like when they're talking about weapon construction, like learning about that, learning about how their aether works, learning how the specific process of crystallizing the aether and making aether, right? Like there are certain temperatures the forge has to be and the ice magic has to be. All of that kind of like is there anything else that needs to go into this chemical composition? Like there's all of this is what she's trying to learn. If asked, she'd talk about how she'd been starting to tinker and experiment, but is nowhere near like even Ingrid's level at all.
Yeah, so I won't roleplay between Ingrid and Valak because, again, that's me talking amongst myself. But the general gist of the conversation that they have, and at any point, if you have any questions on what I say, please do jump in as Elodie and then we'll roleplay it. But the general gist of it is Ingrid explains how she is considered a forge master and is trying to learn new blueprints to make new weapons and to help with the upcoming fight with people. She doesn't go into too much detail because obviously of who Valak is. She's registered who Valak is as well. And Valak goes on to sort of show, like you said, will show how the aetherite is made and all of that, and will explain that only a Peltos forge can handle that level of heat. Most Peltos forges are built within volcanoes, so unless you have a volcano in Merkstead, you're probably not going to get quite to that level, but he can become a regular supply of aetherite if... Actually, no, he won't say that because he doesn't want aetherite out in the world because it is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, fair.
Ingrid begins to show him some of the basic rune magic that she knows, which is the ability to be able to copy blueprints and things and store them and all of that, and he appreciates that, but shows her that there is a more detailed degree to it because he is a runesmith. So he shows how you can infuse, in order to control the aether that is within weapons, you need to put specific runes on them. Otherwise, the aether just comes out of control. The weapons become mutated, and in some cases, the weapons can either explode in the person's face, consuming them in aether, or it mutates into a construct of its own, and you get like sword golems and things like that, or animated armor, things like that. That sort of stuff happens, and he explains that the runes keep the aether in check. Once a rune is forged onto a weapon, it can't be removed.
The runes that he is using, are they very specifically dwarven runes, or are they symbols that are similar to... I mean, Elodie has been studying symbology. Are there echoes in any of the other symbolic languages or symbols that she has come across before?
So he will explain to you... I'll roleplay this. So you ask that question to him.
Well, okay. So specifically not asking, she is watching to look at the symbols he is using rather than asking him.
Okay, so if you're just watching what he's using specifically is dwarven runes. But you're not sure, unless you ask him, if there is... other ways to do it other than just dwarven runes. But
specifically, the runes don't look like anything I've seen before. They look specifically like this is dwarven runes.
Yeah, they're very clearly
separate
dwarven.
To any other symbols.
Yeah, very clearly dwarven runes.
Okay, in that case, she will.
Yeah.
The runes that you are using, I know you said you are a rune master. I find them fascinating. Is there something inherent in the magic of those symbols from dwarven culture, or do you think other cultures would have symbols that would also work?
I've done a lot of studying. I should point out that Valak is like 61 to 63 years old, and he still sounds quite young because dwarf.
For a dwarf.
Yeah, for a dwarf, he's probably like early adult for a dwarf. I mean, I use runes. Runes is obviously the dwarven form of magic, so I use that mainly because that's what I'm used to. I know there is, through studying that I've done of ancient technologies and ways to be able to control small amounts of aether like this. I know that there are glyphs that can be used. Glyph is more of a I can't remember if it was human or elven style of magic. It's one of the two that can be used to control it. There's various different forms of magic out there that can be used. It's not just runic magic that can do it, but if you were to find the right type that suits yourself, you could. I could teach you some runes if you want to learn to control it yourself. It's very basic for how small the aether is. So I'm more than willing to teach you.
I would love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to teach you as well, Ingrid. And Ingrid agrees, and he will pull out a sheet of ingot that he's pulled out. That you can see he's got little bits of infused aetherite in it. Right, so we have to get it to this stage first. What we don't want to do is forge the weapon and then put the rune on it, because that will, at any point during the creation process, the aether could just jump out and sort of at us. So what you want to do, and he begins tracing the symbols, and I'm going to ask you to roll me an Arcana check as he begins tracing the symbols.
Yes, please. Does this count as being connected to aether?
I believe it does.
Imagine if it was no.
Thank you, advantage. Hey, that's a 16 and 18 on the dice for a 25.
So yes, you at the end of this description, you will have learnt the runic symbols to be able to control aether so it doesn't go out of control, although it's only small quantities of aether. So the aether that's in your mutagen currently, you could do it to that if you wanted to control it.
Interesting.
And that 25 is also going to give you something else, which I'll come to in a moment. So you watch as he begins tracing these runic symbols. Now, I believe you have seen Ingrid use her runic magic before. Her runic magic is very sort of orange as she draws her symbols out and summons the anvil, because she summoned the anvil on the boat. Valix is the exact same as this. The runes are like a flame orange, and he sort of draws it across the entire ingot. And as they're sort of floating in the air above it, he claps his hands together, and you watch as they turn a brilliant blue, and then he pushes it down into the ingot, and you watch as the ingot itself glows this blue color and then fades away. Right, so that's now infused with the runic symbols. That means that the aether itself won't suddenly come back to life and try jumping out at me. This does mean that this piece of ingot is now magical, which means it's going to be a lot harder to forge into the weapons that we want to forge into, which is why we need to use stronger weapons. And he pulls like an obsidian warhammer out. So, not warhammer, sort of blacksmith's hammer out. So obsidian weaponry tends to be the best for this sort of stuff. Another trick that I'm going to teach you, actually, and he sort of stands next to you. Do this, and he begins making some hand symbols, and you watch as these
Naruto hands.
Yeah, Naruto / Doctor Strange-esque hands as these runes begin to appear around. Sort of puts the ingot in between the pair of you as he's doing this, and he sort of expands his hands outwards, and you watch as the runes sort of twirl around the ingot, and then he slams his hand back again, and they turn blue, and he sort of looks around it, and you see there's runes begin to appear in his eyes, like textbooks, like he's reading a book, and it's flashing up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Right,
Matrix
so
code.
Basically, yeah. And he sort of whisks his hands to the side, and the runes dissipate. If you follow that method, you will be able to determine what type of aether it is that you have and what sort of property that it can give to anything that you infuse it with. So I now know, now that I've done that I've infused this particular piece of aether ingot that I'm now going to call it. I've infused it with the ability to penetrate hard scales, basically, which is what we need to deal with my friend downstairs. So you now have, for Elodie's purposes, you now have the ability to basically cast Identify on Aether, which is something that wasn't possible before.
Nice. And do those glyphs have a verbal equivalent? How would you pronounce them?
Can you speak Dwarvish?
No. Elvish?
Unless you can speak Dwarvish, this is him saying this. Unless you can speak Dwarvish, the verbal components to it are pretty difficult to grasp. It's these particular runes that we use are based more on our runic sign language, so we prefer doing that. There is a one-handed way that you can do it, and there is a somatic component if you don't have the ability to use your hands, but that is a lot more restrictive because it has to be specifically done in Dwarvish, unfortunately. And you have to understand the words that you're saying in order for it to work.
Oh, no, I appreciate that. I was wondering if, for example, did that one mean stop or control? Or does that one mean fire? Does that one mean ice or piercing? Just pointing at the different glyphs.
Oh, yeah, as the glyphs are sort of fading out, he's like, well, yes, I mean, they all, in their own individual way, can mean those things, but when they come together, they mean something completely different.
Of course.
It's strange, but yeah.
No, it makes sense. Compound.
Yeah, compound them together. But yeah, I know that the properties of these Aether weapons are going to help us in our current situation. I am going to ask, however, that the weapons are returned to me afterwards, because I will need to remelt them down to destroy them. I can't have Aether weapons out in the world. If they were to get into the wrong hands, it would be bad. And he will, let me show you. And he slams his hands together and he twists his hands around and opens his hands outwards. And you watch as that happens, the blue runes come back. And as they extend outwards, a dagger appears in front of him and he grabs hold of it. And you can see that there is a very purple shine to the blade of the weapon. It's a weapon that he's forged before that's made out of aetherite. And he turns around and pushes a button and a piece of armor comes down. We test this. I use this to test weapons and things. And he just takes the dagger and slashes across the armor. This is heavy plate armor. And the dagger cuts straight through it like it was butter. And it just falls to the floor. That's why I can't let that out in the real world.
Goodness. No, I quite understand. I do have a query.
Yes.
I mentioned before, it's possible that there are similar Aether-based threats on the continent that would benefit from your work. And I agree, these weapons should not get into the wrong hands, but if things are progressing the way that I fear that they are, on a wider scale, I mean, you must have, speaking with Amara, you must know about, well, you only came here recently, you've been around, you know what's been happening.
I know what's happening. I've heard of what's happening down in the kingdom. I've been up in the north. I've tried to stay away, as far away from it as I can. Also, I don't know where there's an access point in... Actually, no, I do know where there's an access point in... Actually, no, it's specifically in Merkstead. Ooh, no, that's not... No, I'm not going down that path.
Are you talking about an entrance to the city?
There is... Come with me a minute. And he sort of makes the dagger disappear. And Ingrid follows as well. And he takes you both round, because this is quite a large cavern, he takes you both round a large sort of turning point. And you can see in front of you, sort of down a corridor, right at the end of this corridor, which looks like it's like nice and smooth, almost, what's the word? What's the shape when it's just like an archway shape? Like an archway shape, yeah. What is that? Is it just an arch? Yeah. It looks like it's just smooth stone going all the way down, and at the end of it, there is an archway.
It's a tunnel. Yeah.
It's a tunnel, and there's an arch, like a metal stonish arch at the end that's got loads of runic symbols up it. That's called a rune gate. I used that to get here.
From the north?
From the north, yeah. There's a specific point in the north where I was allowed me to access the rune gate to get here. There is...
And there's one in Merkstead?
There is one. I found one in the underground. Well, I was told of one in the underground, should I say, because he hasn't been there.
Would you be able to connect them? We absolutely will stay to help you. It is connected to our task. But it is also vitally important we get back to Merkstead as quickly as possible, and I fear that by boat, the way we came, is going to be very difficult.
I've not been to that particular gate, so it will take me some time to be able to connect. I'd have to go through the attunement process to try and find that gate, because I'm not aware of exactly where it is. It will take me some time, but I'm pretty confident I could take you back there. What exactly is happening in Merkstead?
You said that you've not been in contact with your father since you left.
Oh, no. I heard that my mother had died, and I wasn't 100% sure if he was alive or not. I heard rumours that until I heard rumours that he'd taken over the local bandit gang. I don't know why he did that. So I decided to stay away, because that's not the sort of person that I want to be around. I had a good upbringing. I had good role models. I don't need a negative influence like that in my life.
So you do understand he's... Well, I'm sorry. It's a little more than just leading a local bandit gang. Whether it is out of grief for your mother or for other reasons, I don't know. I've met him once. The encounter was not a particularly pleasant one. I mentioned before about burning the house down. That was to Amara. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, Balak, I'm really sorry. Your father is well, he has murdered one of our friends. Not specifically saying that Brahm is also back to life.
I got better!
He has murdered one of our friends, and he has joined forces with some in the Imperium that are working with the dark side of Aether and working dark magics, and they're trying to open up the path to Jacoris. Do you know what that is?
I heard Father talk about it when I was a kid. I barely remember my childhood in Merkstead. That was one thing that he was obsessed about, was the ruins above and the temple and things. And I mean, he was
But he is willing to kidnap and murder to do so. I'm very sorry.
He looks a bit pissed, and for a moment you can see Kimdak in him when he looks pissed off, but that quickly washes away, and he looks at you with a sort of wary smile on his face. Looks like I'm coming to Merkstead with you then, doesn't it?
We would appreciate your help, I'm sure. We have been working with Mr. Solomon to try and establish a more peaceful presence in the town, but things came to a head rather quickly, unfortunately. We're still not entirely sure whether... Well, I know Mr. Solomon and your father had a strong bond at some point in the past, but it seems very full of animosity now.
It's good to hear that Uncle Solomon's still alive. Okay. Let's help my friend, and then I will sort out the connection to the Merkstead rune gate, and then I will get you home.
On the topic of Aether experiments, obviously, it is, something that needs to be controlled. And you seem to notice Brahm's dark aether. Have you ever tried to control that?
I mean, it's the first time I've seen it. If I'm honest with you, I've only been privy to the normal variant, and from what your friend seems to have, I've been around a lot of things that have been mutated by normal aether, and what your friend has seems to be something that has mutated aether itself, which is scary because I didn't think that was possible.
Oh, that's reassuring. All right. On the topic of mutations, I also happen to work with certain chemical elements to adjust my abilities from time to time.
Okay.
And in the spirit of trying to help Brahm, I may have tried combining aether with those chemicals, which had some undesirable effects.
In what way?
Well, I no longer have a shadow.
Sort of looks around you at the floor. There's lots of light sources around here. He's like, I'm surprised I didn't pick up on that before. Wait. So what happened with the aether in order for that to happen to you?
It took my shadow and attacked us?
How?
I don't know.
You said you experimented with it. In what way did you experiment?
Oh, well, the mutagens that I take are...
You drank it?
Yes?
Pure aether?
Well, no, it wasn't pure. It was mixed with my mutagens.
But it was still pure aether?
Yes.
Mixed with your mutagen or not, that doesn't water it down. It's still pure aether.
It had an amplifying effect before it took my shadow.
And you're still alive?
Seemed to be.
Sort of takes this moment to sort of give a good circle around you and look you up and down. Okay. So what exactly are you asking or telling me here? You want a way to be able to control it?
Well, as it happens, you were talking about the fact that your friend is a fire dragon, and obviously immunity to fire or resistance to fire would be quite useful when fighting such a creature. One of my potential abilities is to be resistant to fire if I take one of my mutagens, and I wondered if there were a way to control the aether reaction. I mean, I no longer have a shadow for it to steal, right? Whether that might boost that. Or not. It just struck me as it might be something that might be helpful.
Have you ever come across watered down aether?
Well, I distilled it, yes. There was a pond near Merkstead that had been corrupted and infected. There were some bears that were drinking from it. So they had also become aether infused. So the aether that I told you before that I distilled aether, it was taken from the pond originally.
I said to you before that I've done a lot of research into ancient technologies, and there's these things as ciphers and how aether was used by the ones that came before us, and this noise that it makes, this melody, this chorus, as your friend Brahm said, is something that wasn't noted down in that day and age, which means that it's something that is more recent. And by more recent, I mean in our time, not in the ancient time.
Oh, wait, there is something in the back of my head, and I don't think I wrote a note down that there's something about modern day aether has been corrupted. or mutated. Did I write that down? But this rings a bell.
I think this was a conversation we were having at some point. I can see if I've got the notes.
Yes. I can see you looking through your notes, and yes, I agree that the current day Aether is a mutated variant of what came before. If you were to find a way to get hold of what came before, a watered down version of it, I mean, or even just a watered down version of normal Aether, that would probably be the safer thing for you to use in your mutagens rather than pure. Pure Aether, no matter what you mix it with, is going to have an effect on you. Now, you say that your shadow was taken with 1 dose. I don't know what's going to happen if you take a second dose of pure Aether.
Yes. Okay, silly thought then. That's fine. I just... Yes. I thought it might have been helpful with your friend, but that's okay.
I mean, if you have the ability to give yourself fire resistance, that is going to be helpful anyway. So please do take that when it comes time. But I know you now have the ability to be able to control Aether to a degree, but consuming it is not going to help the control element of it, if that makes sense. That's as soon as that gets into your system. I've heard stories of people being touched by pure Aether and mutating into horrific creatures and going on rampages, and that's not...
How about dragons?
I mean, that's possible. It's not something that I'm fully aware of, but I mean,
Your father didn't tell you?
I haven't spoken to my father.
Before you left him. Many years ago, your father was involved in an experiment that turned one of his friends into a dragon that went rampaging.
Josh is going to say that happened 20 years ago. And Valek's not seen his dad in 55 years.
Okay.
And my parents were involved in that, so...
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
That's right. But yeah, timeline things, getting things all mixed up makes sense.
Someone consult the timeline.
Oh my god, where's the strings? There is, I mean that is, there was a rumor that I'd heard long ago that Aether, when this new form of Aether, it can turn, it mutates the person that it comes into contact with into what they are closely related to. So you say dragon. If Dragonkin was to be mutated, they would probably be mutated into some sort of dragon-like creature, dragon, drake, wyvern, anything like that. I'd heard that a fiend fallen person had been infected and turned into some sort of devilish creature previously, and if an orc could turn into a variety of different things, and it's just
Such as?
Large giants, Aether infused giants. Orcs are descendant from giants, so depending on their ancestry, depends on what type of giant they turn into. If they're more inclined to fire, then they become a fire giant. If they're more inclined to the earth, they become a stone giant, that sort of thing, or a hill giant.
I don't feel particularly that much different. There's been some visual changes, certainly, but I've not turned into a demon.
Well, you're definitely not fiend fallen. I can tell that by you. So, unless you've got horns hidden under all that hair.
No.
You touch and feel a prick. What? I'm joking.
Wait,
Plot twist.
So I would advise against taking any pure Aether and ingesting it again. if you can help it. There was obviously a reason why it mutated your shadow rather than your physical form.
All right. Advice taken. Understood. Thank you, by the way, for being so nice and helpful and accommodating so quickly.
I was taught that you should always be as helpful as you can to others. Make sure they don't stab you in the back. It's always important. But you know, Amara vouched for you. Amara wouldn't let anybody in here if she didn't have some sort of a level of trust for them, and she's a pretty good judge of character. So the fact that she didn't kill you all on the spot says something. So
we played the Hera Center's card.
How is Hera?
Doing all right. I mean, she is looking after an entire village plagued by drowners.
Yes.
I mean, if any of the weapons that you work on here would help with that situation, that might be appreciated, I think.
Could, I mean, I'm not gonna send Aether weapons down there, but I could definitely help with that once we've dealt with my father.
Runes. The runes control the Aether. The runes hold the Aether. I wonder.
They contain it, yes.
Contain. Something I'm working on in the background is we have a drowner issue in Merkstead as well. And one of the biggest problems of them is the paralysis bites that they have. If we could somehow figure out an antidote to that, or using magic to hold the spread of the infection, I don't know. I'm working. She's gonna kind of just walk back up to where we were before and sort of sit down with her notebooks and start musing over rune magic being a controlling force and her own blood magic being a controlling force, and start pontificating on that.
And as you do that, Valak will look to Ingrid. I suppose we should best get to work on forging. I mean, I'm pretty much looking forward to it. Let's get to it. And they both sort of move over and start working on the forge as we turn the camera again and we shift and go into the clerical living quarters and Brahm. What are you cooking?
I think it's a mixture of Bram's using up some of the herbs and plants that he found along the way. It kind of might be soup, that kind of big pot sort of hot food. Hera, I think, gave us some supplies where so there's at least there's going to be bread to sort of do this. As we pick up, Bram's sort of in the habit of making big, he makes curry, he makes sort of soup, noodle, sort of big. Working on that. It's also weird for him because this is the first time in about 5 years that he has been actually completely alone in a room, because he's always had, the feeling of Hawthorne around. And because we like poking the bear, Brahm is going to do a little... First of all, he's going to sort of... There's two things. One, he's going to reach out to Hawthorne again. And secondly, you got to look internally and just be like, hey, Aether, you got me alone now. Anything... Are you sentient? What do you want? What do you want? Nat,
and
don't
you judge me.
Yeah, don't leave me alone. So he kind of reaches... Yeah, basically, Hawthorne always seemed to sort of know when to turn up. And so I think I'm describing it like he's missing a tooth. So he's kind of mentally and psychologically putting the tongue in the gap where the tooth is and just seeing what happens. So he reaches out for his friend.
So you go to reach out to Hawthorne, and you can feel that the connection is strenuous, not quite broken, but it's like when you try to connect a phone call. No, you know that the phone call has connected, but nobody picks up at the other end.
Do I get a feeling? Is it just I feel the connection? Do I get an emotional feeling?
No emotional feeling, just a feeling that there is someone there, but they're not replying.
Right. I think I try and send like the feeling of loneliness. I don't know how he would think he would do that, but you know, we try and just. And yeah, no, except that as I sever it, I'm like, cool. This grey amount of whatever's under here is probably the thing that she was scared of. That much of Aether. Again, he doesn't really know what her deal is, and he doesn't know what his deal is. Cool. As he kind of like taints and leans against the counter, like with his distorted and kind of pale skin now, and he's like, right, okay, you got me alone. If you're gonna go play spooky bollocks and break the stuff, we might as well do it when there's no one else to hurt. What you want?
You feel. Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
This is self-inflicted. That's a 12.
Okay, so you feel like something is like tugging on your inside, like trying to pull you into yourself, but you're able to resist it, and you feel something damp on your back, and you sort of wiggle a little bit, and you just feel something slop onto the floor, and you just sort of turn to look, and it's like deja vu, as this blackness encompasses your shadow and then begins to rise out of the ground, consuming your shadow and rising out of the ground, very similar to what happened with Elodie. And then it's like a bubbling form, and you just watch as this big grin appears in front of you, and then its form sort of almost like a ripple effect comes over it, and you can see a shadow you stood there, completely black shadow. You can just see the outlines of the features and things, but it's complete blackness, and then it disappears back into the ground again, moves forward underneath your feet, and then reappears in front of you to look you straight in the face.
You're right.
I'm fine. How are you?
Not too bad. Chance to finally have a conversation. So,
No protectors here anymore?
no, just
Something
me.
scared them away that's worse than me, apparently.
That's rude. So, what's your name, friend? What should I call you?
No. We're not coming to that. No,
okay.
too soon.
I apologise. I've always been rather forward. Well, you know me. You know what my deal is.
I do indeed.
I just think this is a chance for the two of us to have a conversation. You seem to be walking around in my skin.
I'm definitely not walking around. I'm definitely along for the ride.
Have you always been there, or are you relatively new to this world?
Oh, I'm definitely not new to this world, but I'm relatively new to you.
All right.
It's a problem when you die. You don't know what you're going to come back with.
Well, yeah, you're my passenger, aren't you? So
Yeah.
did you?
Couldn't quite do what Peripatea did, but
No. Well, Perry's.
sort of went in the opposite direction for me.
So were you hoping to take over my body when I was killed? Is that what you were hoping for? Now
That was my plan, yeah, but then that pesky fox got in the way of it.
okay. Well, she's gone now, so
She has gone, so that's why I'm biding my time to take over.
makes sense. Yeah. Brahm does not say parasite to this creature. So what is it? Was it you wanted?
To consume, to
Everything?
eat. Oh, everything, yes, please.
All right.
There's a big dinner plate, big dinner plate underneath everything that I just want to eat.
I can understand that. You can understand why also I don't want that to happen, but why?
I don't think you're going to get much of a choice now that your protector's not here.
Well, that's true. I had a decent run, but you said, you know, I'm not going to go down without a fight, right?
Yes, I know that, but I have a feeling that you're going to be quite disappointed with how little of a fight you're going to be able to put up. Can you make a death saving throw for me, please?
What? Sorry, what?
Another one.
Oh,
Another
15.
15. As it looks at you, and you sort of have to wince and you have got a little bit of fight in you. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. I will consume you eventually. And when I do, I'm going to ride your body and consume all of your little friends. And there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Well, you can certainly try as I punch it.
As you go to punch it, its form just splits open and your fist goes straight through it. And it slinks down into the ground with an audible laugh coming from it. Oh, and then your shadow sort of reforms back behind you as the sloppiness sort of reattaches to your leg and fades into your skin. And you feel something different about you at the moment.
Bad feeling?
It's a feeling of it's a feeling you've had before, actually. If you were to try and use one of your warlock spells, you can't.
Do I feel like my powers have just turned it? Has this thing like turned my powers off on me, or it's just?
Yeah.
I pull up my glove. Do I still have the mark on the back of my hand?
You do, but as you go to put your hand on it, your finger doesn't go through it.
Right.
It's just like it's just there.
I look to my side. Is my mace back?
No.
I have no weapon. All right. That's going to be convenient, considering what we're about to do. Amazing.
You just feel this, like a second voice in your head. It's basically, it gives you the feeling of you are being punished.
Makes sense. Well, soup's not going to make itself, is it? As I go wash my hands again. Right. Cutting up the cloves. Why I'm putting cloves in the soup, I don't know. As I also start boiling these berries. We're going to make some kind of, I think compote was mentioned. We'll see what we can do. Sweet treats for the end. Cool. Well, I thought I'll just... I also like that was relatively quiet, so obviously the other two didn't. Because I was like, if they had got all clattery, you'd be like, oh, they would have picked up on that. But no, Bram just had a literal talk with his dark side. As one does. As we should all do. Embrace the void.
We should all do at some point. I mean, Elodie can't have a conversation with her dark side because that flew off. But anyway.
You fire resistant. Fun. Can you be fire resistant? Just walking into the room. Having this entire conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I got the fire orb for the shield, but I'm not in myself fire resistant.
Take off for fire orb.
I mean, I assume you are?
Oh, yes, easy.
I should remind you, the flame orb and the ice orb, they have 3 uses in before they're depleted of their magical energy. So if you take fire damage, you can choose to make yourself resistant to it, but that will use a charge.
Yep.
Uses. Okay, I'm going to put you as a half question mark.
Yeah. I don't have magic at the moment. I talked to my dark passenger, and he's pissed with me.
You talked to it. It didn't start the conversation. You started the conversation.
I poked at the wound. Yeah.
Okay. Very gentle across the top of the head. What did I say about running into situations without planning?
I got information. I mean, it's exactly what we thought. It's just a great consuming force that wants to eat everything and is basically going to use me to eat you and everyone in the world, you know. So it's lovely to be important, but yeah, no. So I don't have a weapon right now. I don't have magic, and I don't have a weapon. It ate my mother's mace.
Well, it's making you daggers. That is entirely helpful and really great for my planning. Thank you very much.
Hey, it was worth finding out. Apologies, I just wanted to know.
Also,
yeah, I'm.
you okay?
No, I'm a problem. I'm a real problem.
I mean, apart from that.
No, but I mean, this is extra. You know, this is like the whole Kim Dak thing. That's one thing, but this is like, this is disease. This is rot. It tried to take me over when I was killed, but then Hawthorne came in. So that's a separate problem, and it's very excited that everyone's abandoned me. So that
You've been abandoned.
Yeah, no. So I don't think Hawthorne might. I tried. That's how it started. I was like, "Where's Hawthorne?" And I'm like, it's as Bram kind of gets a look where, oh god, we've hit onto a scar here. It's like if you keep sending letters to people and you're wanting their help, and they just, and again, the cracking of it, and they just ignore you, and they don't. I'm a risk, and I'm more. I understand that you're worried, but more so what this thing is, and we shouldn't let Elodie eat it. I know it's definitely. So it came out of my shadows like Minerva. So, and again, impossible smile. This thing is just the like personification of my darkness. But it just wants to eat, which I know isn't great. Yeah, I'm very worried that I'm a risk right now. So I don't know if I need to sit this.
Bram, first thing, permission, and then just gonna go and hug him.
Yeah.
Really.
Bram sobs, you know, that just whatever, you know, this is, and I mean, we've been hugging, but this is the sort of first, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've got a kid. I know at the best times you're like, I want the best for him, but no, I'm actually dangerous to everyone. So I don't, maybe I just need to live in a cave or something. Well, then this thing will abandon me, and Hawthorne's abandoned me. So.
Look at me.
Yeah.
If it gets to that bad position, I'll take you out myself.
I think this thing would then try and get into you. So.
Also, living in a cave isn't that bad. Amara stood behind you, listening.
Hi, Amara. I know we just met. I've got a lot.
You got a lot of shit going on. Yeah, no, I heard that.
Yeah.
We'll deal with it. I think.
Bram.
Yeah,
Elodie
yeah.
has entered the room and is dragging Valak with her. So, I know, Valak, you've got important weaponsmithing to do. Do you mind if I tell Valak some of your stuff?
Yeah, no, I probably should tell you some of my stuff. Hi. Yeah, as so like, I've still got a beefling like backpacked on me. So hi. So hello. This full. Might as well get Ingrid in as well, so everyone can know.
I've been here the entire time.
Ingrid, you should.
I haven't. I've just walked in.
Ingrid, you should be working on the forge. Right. So, quick summation. Fuck it. Kim Dak murdered me 5 years ago. I fell into the ocean. When I was dying, supposedly a great force came to me. I called that force Hawthorne. Turns out another force was trying to come into me. It's Dark Aether. I literally just talked to my Dark Aether, which was like, hey, you want to consume everything, and you're going to be my vessel. I'm going to spread out. I'm going to eat everyone and everyone you care about it. I tried to punch it. It got angry at me. So now I have no magic, no weapon, and I'm absolutely terrified. I'm more of a risk than I am. I've also got I've got the woman the woman I love, and there's a child involved, and I understand that a cave's dangerous living, but maybe it's better if I just brick myself up somewhere.
Bram.
I'm having a panic attack!
Guidance! But
What is
Valak can control Aether with rune magic. I know, Valak, you said that you've never seen Dark Aether before. So, of course, yes, there is some research and some figuring things out to do. It's not that straightforward. I appreciate that. But there is a way to do it. There is evidence. Look at the weapons you have made, Valak.
You going to give me a tattoo, then? Because
I mean, do you want a penguin tattoo? I didn't do this one, but
I'm not.
Runes, the rune magic that you do.
It's like I said to you before, though, Elodie. If it's in you, you can't control it. But I might be able to extract it.
But your understanding of how Aether works and Aether is controlled, whether it's a cognizant understanding or just an intuitive one through magic, surely that can be applied. Surely if we put our heads together and work on it. I mean, maybe not quick enough to do it before this, before we go and help your friend, but I don't know, it feels like there's possibility there, surely.
Do you want me to extract it?
I don't know if that would kill me or not. I thought that Hawthorne was the thing that was keeping me alive, but she's left me, so... Yeah.
I don't know what a Hawthorne is, but...
I know, to be honest, neither do I. She's a power unto herself. She's like a fox.
I honestly don't know if what I can do will kill you. I've only ever extracted Aether from material things, never from an organic.
Hey, I don't
Has the material still existed in its form?
Yeah, but I've never destroyed anything through taking it out. I mean, obviously it was changed, but not drastically or anything like that. I could try.
Look, this thing's unique, wherever is a dark... I try to get information out of it, and I know it's here, and it points out its shadow. It's like it's listening. So yeah, no, I mean, yeah, okay, if it kills me now, so be it, rather than if it suddenly takes me over and, who knows how long, especially when there's innocents around. Didn't get in the soup, by the way. The soup's fine. I walked away. You can still eat that.
Okay, Amar, can you turn off the burner because no one's looking at it?
Yeah. Clicks the fingers and it turns off.
Stunning.
Sorry,
I'm just thinking it'd be terrible if we're having this really good conversation about how to save the day and then we die by burning kitchen.
It's fair. I mean, not, and most of us aren't fire resistant as well. Seeing previous conversation, yeah, no, might as well. I mean, as we've learned,
I'd like to think there's a way for us to do this without you dying.
Well, I mean, from my understanding of the way that science is working, fuck about and find out.
I mean, if you've got the rune magic, Elodie says, I mean, Elodie, you're one of the smartest people I know, but also theoretically, your understanding of how you manipulate your own physicality would get you to have some awareness on doing somebody else's.
I mean, it does involve just sort of eyes, everyone else who doesn't know. It does involve my blood, but also magic. It's not a simple, mundane chemical transformation. It involves magic, which means in some way it involves ether.
Yeah, that's... Could you do that? I'm very good at keeping people alive or dead, deciding on how I want, and I do not want dead.
Thank you. That's appreciated. Yeah, I mean, it's going to go off eventually, and I mean, my theory is that hopefully we can contain it. I don't want whatever. Also, being aware that Elodie hasn't, I don't know what Elodie's told of people. It's like, if this thing gets out, I think it will just consume, like, disease, and yeah.
Like my shadow wanted to do.
Kind of like nods and we're like, okay, we're talking about, yeah, like that. I mean, very, very similar vibes, like huge teeth, smiling. Very, yeah. Probably like whatever that thing is similar. You know, sort of like splintered off. But
Well, I suppose it was derived from your goo.
Bram's like, yes, my goo. Looks at the NPCs and like, we're not touching this one.
Barbara going, comparatively, I am very normal.
Yeah, sounds that way.
Yeah, as both Elodie and Bram go.
At this moment in time, I am very normal.
Hey, you also consumed Aether against your will, I grant it, but you also consumed it to become what you were.
Yeah, she knows. To be me. Also, I really want to eat the... Can you make sure that those crystals are not near me because they are very tempting?
Why do you have this obsession?
I guess when you get flooded with it when you're a teenager, all you really want is to do it again.
She has pica. She just needs to eat weird things. It's just we can.
This is why they say never do drugs.
That goes for you, audience. Don't eat crystals. As I said, like I would like to get it sorted, but I'm also aware that might suddenly unleash a bigger problem. As I said, I don't have a weapon at the moment. I don't have my magic.
Well, Valak is going to make weapons anyway, right?
Yeah, but like I said, I'm going to need them back once we finish the task because I'm not letting the Aether fused weapons out into the world.
Of course.
I know you said about the problems that you're having over in Merkstead, but there's going to have to be another way to deal with it other than using that.
Oh.
Not a passing question. I don't... You know how remember Rodney's leg? And they were using that magic brace to keep that power limited and contained.
Yes, it required batteries to keep
Would
it
be
charged.
possible to do something runic.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
If we can't extract, we could contain
In a
specific...
controllable way.
As good as that would be, I think with Rodney, it was that they severed the leg and sort of held back the infection and the decay. I've had this going around. To be fair, it's either been in me for 5 years, or now it's been spreading the last couple of days since, the gatekeeping is stopped. I mean, that was the thing where, this creature was like, ha ha ha, you've got no protectors anymore, I can do whatever I want with you. So I don't know if it can. I mean, I was able to fight it back, but, I mean, I'm willing to test,
Is there a way to see in him? To see if it's...
To like, you...
Like if it's in everything or controllable?
You could try. I mean, the thing in my hands, I can't. That's shut. They've shut my hole. But it's. I mean, yeah. If there's a way for you to like scan me in any way.
Does anybody have detect magic as a spell?
No, but I can identify Aether now.
This is true. That would
Although
work.
we know it's Black Aether, right? We know.
It's Black Aether. Yeah.
I was just gonna go to see if you would let me do it on vibes and experience.
I mean, if you need to just like look into my eyes or into my mouth, you're just like.
I would normally yes and that, but for the particular way that you worded that question, there needs to be something involved with it in order to work. I will say that Aether Identify will do what you want it to do.
I mean, if you need my blood,
Yeah, I was gonna just see if I could talk into letting me do it with a medicine check and some stuff. But I mean, I'm happy to use doing a medicine check to support Elodie's identify.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah, go for it. If Elodie wants to do the identify.
Yes.
The identify rune.
Well, Valak, you were talking about the different kinds and using that particular rune to... And she'll start doing...
Yeah, let me give you a hand and he'll help you, teach you further solidify the fact that you can do this. But he sort of moves his hands away towards the end as you go to finish it. So it's your entire thing that's happened. And Brahm, you watch as these runes begin to form around your feet and then begin to swirl upwards. And runic magic is inherently orange, so regardless of caster, and it sort of flows around you. And as it does, you watch as the runes sort of pass Brahm. It's almost like an X-ray that goes through Bram's body, but instead of you seeing his blood, his organs, his muscles, and all of that, you're seeing the pure magic within him instead, as if it's a whole other layer of an X-ray. And you can see that Bram's magic is usually a what color is your magic usually, Brahm? It is like an inverted color normally, isn't it? Or was that the effect of the dark aether?
I mean, I've been a mixture of sort of black and white. Sort of, and because it's Hawthorne, my magic's always been like Hawthorne doing stuff, so it's been sort of blackish whitish grey.
It's like the dark saber sort of magic, isn't it? It's just like the black with the white aura around it. So you can see that within. I mean, you can see parts of that within Brahm, but what you can see sort of attached to his shoulder on the inside, stretching down across his chest and attached to the bottom of his rib cage, attached everywhere. So it's sort of diluting that type of magic, is this almost like a matte black liquid that's sort of flowing up with him, almost bubbling like a lava lamp, and it's everywhere within his body.
Does everyone see that, or just Elodie?
Just Elodie can see that. Actually, yeah, just Elodie can see that. You haven't learned to allow other people to see it yet.
Is there? I'm sort of picturing. You know, in Avatar: Last Airbender, they occasionally go to like the Vitruvian Man image, and you can see like ki flowing. There's that.
That's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah, great. Can I see any like? Is there a place where there's a stopper?
What, a place where you can let it out?
As in, like, if this thing is denying Brahm magic, is there a sort of a visual place of it going like, no, like a closed tap?
Punch me in my chakra. Come on.
I was thinking you want closed meridians, so you want to open the meridians.
Just gonna mage hand through your stomach.
Yeah.
Straight through the hole that is in my chest. You're like, there you go. Welcome back.
The entire thing is stopping Brahm from casting his magic. You're not sure how it's stopping him, but maybe because it is all over the place that it's stopping him from casting it. Magic normally is something that sort of exudes from a person, and this is exuding, this is sort of taking up that. You do notice that this aether is like around the outskirts of his body. So it's blocking any magic from getting out. So if you were to remove it from the outside of his body, so it sort of pulled it more into his center, so it's sort of locked into the center of him, he could probably have access to his magic again. But you could also pull it out of, with the extraction that Valak said he could do, he could pull it out from there instead.
I'd also throw in, just for lols, that there's probably like a hint of like red and green magic in there, which is like from my parents, where it would have been like, you would have had the possibility, hereditary, to learn some stuff, and that's sort of internally, but you know, instead you decided to get yourself stabbed and befriend a fox.
Yeah,
but,
that's probably your magic before you died, but in fact that would be like what would be at your core would be that green and red magic, but it fades into, the red fades into black and the green fades into white, because of that's where you died, and then that's where that magic then sort of goes around your body.
I wonder if this is like what Udric sees when he sees auras.
Are you seeing my vibes and my auras then?
I am seeing your vibes.
Right.
It is sort of covering you like a skin.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I'm looking at your darkness.
Take it off.
Literally.
Just holding up a dagger. We could just take it off him.
I think, but Brahm, there is it's not just that there. There is other magic in there. If we were to remove this, I don't think you would be entirely without.
Oh, well, I mean, from my memory, that sort of, I never really. My parents were like training me, and I never quite got there. And then, of course, I died. But so that's something. That's I wouldn't be if I survive. Well, that might be a possibility. That's something else I could use. Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. It looks like it looks like Valak may be able to remove it. It's surface level at the moment, so it's sort of easier to pull away, I suppose. Or if you wanted us to try and,
I mean,
help you control it.
It would be useful to control it, but it's always going to be like a wild animal. I'd worry about losing the Hawthorn magic, but she's not here. She left. She got scared, supposedly.
She got scared of
something that I think this possibly, from what gestures that one was saying. There's some other great force that if she's been combating it. I think we should just get it out, and if it kills me, it sounds like, to be completely frank, that sounds like a you problem. I won't be around.
Okay, well now you've worded it like that. That sounds awful, and I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, Vesenia is holding a knife to my neck, so
just I have it away.
Yeah, again, I think Brahm has been like very sort of not blasé with this, but also like when the knife came, he was like, "Yep, that makes sense." I mean,
so are we killing your friend or not?
No.
No, ideally.
Killing him. If anyone kills him, it is me. Because I'm the one that's going to feel less bad about it in the immediate moment.
No one is killing Brahm.
Okay, so you don't want me to extract the magic from him? That was Amara before. This is Valak now.
No. Yes, give it a go. I mean, then it's on my own terms, whatever this thing is, unless you think it's actually you. Because I mean, sorry, Elodie, you came in with like, oh, let's do some research, and I'm saying I mean, it would give you stuff. Don't let it possess you, though. Just. It's a possibility. An extraction.
Let's go up to the main temple then, if that's what we're going to do.
Right.
I mean, if we're going to do it, we'll at least have Peltos's eyes on us.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Justice and light.
Yeah.
Against whatever this is.
And then soup.
It smells delicious.
Thank you.
He's over my shoulder now.
I always picture we're taking the soup with us. We're like, post-extraction soup.
As you all go to make your way up the stairs, Ingrid, I'm going to stay down here and finish the weapons. I don't feel there's any need for me to go up there. I might just get in the way, so I'm just going to carry on with that.
Thanks, Ingrid.
Ingrid.
Yeah, appreciate it.
At least you can say that I wasn't there. Turns around and walks to start doing it.
Why would we? You've been a constant boon companion to us as well.
Cool part of the team, Ingrid.
I remember on the ship, the board game nights.
Amara goes, right, well, I also don't feel that I need to be there, so I'm going to go out the front and just patrol around to make sure there's no wolves or anything making their way down to the settlement. That's kind of what I do. Okay. So, good luck. Looks towards you, Vesenia. Don't die.
Send you a signal if it all goes wrong.
Right. I'll come back tomorrow when you're ready to go down to fight our friend.
Nice meeting you.
Yep. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Well, all right.
That just leaves the three of you and Valak in the main chamber. We're getting close to the end of our time, but I think we've gone over a little bit, but we will do this last bit.
To work out if I get to come back next time, yeah.
Valak moves the sort of plates and books and things that are on a altar at the front and sort of gestures for you to lay on it. It might be a bit easier if you're a bit more elevated. I don't know why he suddenly had Ingrid's voice. Might be a bit easier if you're a little more elevated.
Should I take my armor off? Do you need to get the skin or?
I would strip down. I reckon, yes.
Okay,
maybe just to your breeches. I don't need to see all of it, but
no, I don't think anyone wants to see that, especially as Bram's coming off and we're seeing like the greying.
Yeah.
Veiny.
As I said before, I've only ever really done this to material components, which it doesn't wear clothing. So if that does prove to be a restrictor, it would be nice to just not have it there.
Yeah. No, yeah, let's do it. I mean, it's been a... So as you take off, it's like, that mace my mother gave me, she told me never to lose it, and I just kick off.
What mace?
Exactly.
The mace that you showed me before, right?
No, so that used to be like a material thing, and then suddenly it's sort of like... I used to... for a bit, I had like a hole in my hand where it became like a shadow mace, and that also
Did I see the mace when I did the sort of identify?
No. Also, I assume the tag's also gone now.
No, tag's part of the mace when it comes out.
Oh, Greta, sorry. She also told me never to lose that. I'm just losing everything now. Speaking of,
you lay down on the bed, on the altar. There's your clothes sort of Valak folds your not your armor, but the softer part of your clothing up and sticks that under your head, so you've got something to lay back on.
Soft.
Takes your hat off and sticks that down on one of the seats. Okay. Wish me luck.
I can help. Tell me what you need.
Stand on the opposite side for me. Having being able to channel the runes that you've learned as well is going to be quite helpful here.
I'm going to cast guidance on Valak as well.
Thank you.
I make eye contact with Vesenia and have that unspoken thing of like, if this goes wrong.
I have my weapons, and I have also getting a chair and sitting down by your head to restrain you if needed, and to heal you as needed.
I kind of like... I give a smile to Elodie of like, this is fine, and then having given that look to Vesenia and kind of like slightly tilt my head towards her a bit of like going, okay. But so, like my head, I'm sort of leaning towards both of them. I was like, okay, comfort. I'm scared. Yeah, he's scared, but...
Just actually pin your hands down, but in a way that I'm holding your hands.
Yeah. Stop fiddling. Yeah.
Valak begins carving the runes. He's like, follow my direction, and he begins moving his hands around, and you can copy and make me an Arcana check, please, because there will be some runes there that you've not seen him do.
With advantage, because it's Aether?
Yes.
16 for a 23.
Woo!
Perfect. So you begin la 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 la, and as your runes mix in with Valak's runes as they begin circling around Bram's body, he pulls his fingers out and slams his hands together, and all of the runes, including your ones, turn the bright blue. This is an effect of being a rune smith, like a rune master, basically, the highest ranking one. He can do that. And Bram, your body begins to lift off of the ground, and you feel like you feel this light weightedness come over you, and you can just feel your eyes shut. And then as Valak sort of begins pushing down to try and grab at the Aether and begins pulling bits out, you can see he's moving his hands about and pulling at the strings, and you can see coming out of the pores of your skin as this blackness begins pulling out. And as it does, Bram, you hear a shout, "Oh no, don't do this.
Yeah.
No,
you can't
no, you're not going to do this to me."
Oh yeah, I am. Which I always say for the people, they're like, "Oh no, Bram's lost it." Yeah,
I'm assuming 6 seconds have passed, so guidance on Bram now.
Yeah. Guidance on Bram, pulling out. Bram, death saving throw, pulling out of you, pulling out.
With guidance.
What is it? So do I add
D4?
the D4 to the saving throw? Oh,
Yeah, it's an ability check technically. So yeah.
Can I do anything to be giving him advantage with any of my paladin shit?
If you want to stick 5 points of lay on hands into him, normally it's a diseasey thing. I'll give advantage.
This is going to be immaterial to anything else, but just in the background, there's constant levels of either lay on hands or cure wounds, and I'm also preparing to do any rebuke the violent against the ether in case it tries to do anything to Bram. So essentially just to make it feel pain, like it's going out and kind of go to the extract. So I'm just like, that's what's happening in the background.
With the advantage, it's a 15.
So with a 15, you feel okay, like this thing's trying to, at last ditch attempt, trying to take over you, and you feel you don't feel this, but you open your eyes and everybody else can see that the blackness tries to come across one of your light coloured eye, but it pulls back as you resist it, and in fact, instead of it pulling back, it pulls out of your eye, and you watch as blackened tears begin to come out, black saliva begins to come out, and it all pulls up, black snot, all of it just begins to coagulate above your form, and it's just coming out of every single pore in your body. You begin to unnaturally twist and turn and shake, and your skin begins to go a really dull grey colour as this aether is just pulled up into this dark aether is pulled up into this big globule above. Vesenia is constantly casting this magic into you. Elodie is casting guidance here, there, and everywhere. 1 minute it's at Valak because Valak seems to be struggling, and then 1 minute it's at Brahm because Brahm seems to be shouting at something. Then it's then for some reason at one point you accidentally cast it on Vesenia, but it actually turns out to help. And then you're cast everywhere, and the runes begin to start fading, and you watch as Valak opens his eyes and begins twisting and turning his fingers again and extends them out with, and the runes begin forming again as the magic is beginning to fade, and he lifts his hands up and the runes begin to form around this aether, this thing that is blobbing in, and he begins to condense it down into this tiny little ball, and it's going, no, I want to consume everything. You cannot take this away from me.
Can the others hear, or is it just me? Because
it's screaming. It is screaming, and everybody can hear it. And Valak just goes, all right, I've got one chance to do this, Elodie. You know a little bit of fire?
I mean, not as a spell, but I can shoot it.
Shoot into this.
Shoot her!
Shoot me, he says.
You?
Shoot at me.
Boy!
Just do it.
She will panic and pull Exogryph out, and I will shoot him. I'm not currently Solarimus, so it's not as good as usual. That is 14 to hit.
14 will hit because he's not wearing any armour.
Okay.
As you fire centered into where he's moving his hands around, as it passes through, looks like it's going to go straight through his heart.
I would have had to. Sorry, I would have had to have done a Crimson Rite to add the fire damage first. So she would have done. In fact, as I'm going to be doing that, she will have drawn blood to infuse the gun with fire, and then also thrown the blood curse of binding at the creature.
Nice.
So we can make a strength saving throw.
No. It can't.
I'm just a guy. I'm a shadow.
Then it has no speed, no reactions
Beautiful.
for the next 6 seconds while she quickly kind of loads the gun and fires. So do you want me to do damage, or is that enough?
That's fine. You just fire the shot, and as it goes, looks like it's about to penetrate into Valak's heart. It begins to slow down as it gets to the point where his hands meet, and you watch as the shot begins to dissolve and the fire licks across his fingers. Excellent, thank you. And he slams his hands, and you watch as the runes all turn from orange to blue to a brilliant red, and you watch as flames begin to pick up from the altars around Peltos's temple and begin to infuse into it, and the creature just roars, no! Explodes outwards, and the runes begin to fall down and sprinkle away like dust as Bram's body, lifeless, falls onto the slab.
Lifeless?
And you can look, and Bram's body looks like he's been dead for 5 years. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. We have been Roll Together RPG. If you like what you've seen, you can join us on Mondays and Tuesdays for more D&D content, live content, and non-D&D content. Check our social medias for what we're doing, where and when and who and what and all of that sort of stuff. Massive thank you to our sponsors and supporters, and to the D20 Club and Dice Heads on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as 1 of your local currency per month, or 1 goat, which must be sent to Tom for reviving Bran reasons. Yeah, we're going to go and sort of debrief after that. We will see you next time.
Nothing's more poverty than actual death. Goodbye.
Bye.
For the first time, you'd think I would have decided not to have scientific ideas. Once again, the consequences of my actions.
It's fine. You just have to explain that to Greta and my child. Good luck.
It's fixable. It's fixable next episode.
Find out next time. Bye.